Morning, folks. How are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? Hope you're all enjoying your Saturday. I am like 10 seconds early this time because why would I make you guys wait the extra 10 seconds when I'm sitting here ready and willing and able and excited about going and all that stuff? How you all doing? Hello to everyone who was here early. Hello, Mamadi. Hello, Sharma. Hello, Arif. Hello, Barbary. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I hope you're having a good old time. I have rejigged my setup here, so what I'm seeing is a wee bit different. Mainly, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, it is mainly hello little bubs, so I can also keep an eye on my audio mixer up in my corner, just in case at some point my audio decides to go nuclear again, and just kills everyone involved. So I thought, you know what, I'll keep an eye on it this time. Hello, Nick, how are you? Hello, Neil. Hello, Unlimited Gameworks. Hello, Lisa. How are you all doing? You all doing fantastic. I don't remember the last time I streamed. Was the last time I streamed just the boxing match? I think it probably was. Yes, I have been kind of busy in real life since then, so I haven't done a huge amount in the background. Looking at everything. Hey, sad dog. Looking at everything right now, though, I'm thinking, you know what, if I decide to do a May recap this time, you know, it's actually looking like it's probably not going to be a huge amount of work because my boy has only done one live stream and he's only done a couple of videos, and that's what I thought. Is this coverage? You know, I have no interest in iDubbbz whatsoever. Hello Ben, hello John as well. I have no interest in iDubbbz. iDubbbz is just not someone I'm interested in. I never even watched his content back in the day, his content cops or anything like that. I think I'd seen one since, but it was like years after it came out. I think it was on Rice Gum, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. I believe it's on Rice Gum. I'm just going to pretend it's on Rice Gum and then hope I'm correct. But yes, no, it's not a guy I usually would follow. This one is, we're going to go through a couple of Boogie's videos and just have a wee chat and have a wee catch up, of course. You know, I like saying hi to you guys and having a chat and catching up and seeing what the crack is in your life and what the crack is in my life. Jumping in the boxing fight because I was watching real life with friends. It was nuts. Unlimited, you know, that sounds a lot more interesting than watching it live. I do hope you obviously watch the highlight reel where I have saved you the agony of having to hear my audio go nuclear at two separate points and kill everyone in the chat. I had to re-edit the entire thing because there's copyright strikes as well, obviously, but also because my audio went nuclear and I did feel bad. I didn't want to just drop that in like because it's a counter pipe bomb, because I was getting pipe bombed all night, but it was a counter pipe bomb. Can't even fucking speak. He didn't try and put forth any effort, but is acting like he accomplished something. It's pathetic. Yeah, I do know what it's really bad because I remember on the live stream I was like, do you know what? Credit to him. I didn't think he was going to do it. At least he went out. At least he tried it. Everything he had. I tried to be as positive as possible. Hey, Squeaks. Hello. Squeaks is here. I tried to be as positive as possible. Side of the chest to hurt your ears even even on the VOD. Bendover, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that Saito Chesto was getting revenge on you guys after all the pain I went through. They're both better than DSP. Oh, 100%. Yeah, they're both better than DSP because at least they're doing something. I was trying to be like really positive on the Boogie thing, and then he went online. And yeah, can you guys see anything? Just out of curiosity, or like on my live stream. Like I'm genuinely curious. Can you guys see anything? Because like for me, it's just showing on my YouTube thing. I just had a look at it there, and it just shows like a spinning circle of death just over and over again. So I'm not sure if like you're seeing anything, or if you're just seeing like a black screen with a buffering thing. See a potato amongst potatoes? Okay, fantastic, good. For some reason, it's me that's not really working out, so I'm just going to reset that wee portion here, and I'll be back to talk to you lovely folks in just one wee second here. I'm never leaving, like, because like it doesn't really do anything, but you know, I'm just want to see if it pops up, just so I can keep an eye on it myself. I see it through OBS, but I like to be able to also keep an eye on my YouTube thing, just to be sure. Only Spotman, fantastic. It's just Boogie. It's not working well for me. I don't know. You're not being my friend here, Mr. YouTube Live Studio. But YouTube, admittedly, is super hit and miss. So you know, who knows. But yeah, Boogie just went straight back to just being Boogie online, like straight afterwards. He didn't even think about like how to conduct himself afterwards, how to make the most of having this like positive opinion. He had no idea what to do, and like what was it that night? He was already tweeting just randomly about Sunny V2, randomly about Sunny V2. Just ranting about Sunny V2, and then of course having the fucking gall to say like, oh, so Sunny V2 might as well just finally admit he's obsessed with me. And it's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You're the one tweeting about him. It was just like, bro, you can't take any form of good graces or anything like that for more than 2 seconds before you're ruined it again. But Wings, he glided across the ring and Boogie lined up his fists. I was pretty drunk by the second round, so I was very into it. I was very into it as well. I had a great time. Did Boogie tuck his tits into his pits for a fight? I would hope so. I would hope so, because you don't want them slapping around. Because I think that would be unfair. Because if like one of those hit, because he could swing at Wings and Wings could dodge the first one, but he won't be expecting the tit to be following the punch, and then it would slap him across the face. I don't think that would be entirely fair. Really, I think Wings would probably do it right back to him. Hey, Goober. Yeah, it's a good girl. So my intention was we were going to try and watch a couple of the wee Boogie videos that he did as a follow-up. Because, like I said, Boogie is seemingly not being overly clever. What's the matter? Is he not overly clever? Are you charging at me now? Yes, you are. Good girl. I thought he might do some travel videos while there. Either them, well, nah. Wings certainly wouldn't. Like, there'd be no way Wings would do it. That's not his content, like, whatsoever. Wings is a video game streamer. Like weirdly, he's doing like, I think Wings is doing like a live stream right now where he's wandering around like an aircraft museum, because I stuck it on quickly and I saw an A10 and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But Wings went out. I actually have it here. Wings went out and did a stream called Return of the Porcelain Puncher. Dude made like £2,200-ish. That was his triumphant return. The chat, so positive. So positive. So incredibly positive. People saying, do you know what, congratulations, Wings. We didn't think you were going to do it, but do you know what? You went out there. You fucking smashed it, lad. We are so proud of you. You actually did it. You showed us all up. Fantastic. Wings currently at the park. FPS5 refused to go see him. Kyle, like, I like Kyle a lot of the time, but he can really be a buzzkill some of the time as well, which I kind of get, because Wings was talking a wee bit of shit on him, like, but I don't know. For the fun, I think it would have been better to have Wings as the guest for because they just released a video there with Finster. And it's just like, why? It probably would have been better just to do it with Wings, because Wings is saying he doesn't want to do like an online one. He wants to do a meetup where they all get together and do like an in-person PK reunion. And I was like, oh, that could be a lot of fun. That could be a lot of fun. But like I said, Wings came back. Oh God, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid here. I'm so stupid, guys. You don't love me for my looks, like Jesus. We'll change over to, is it this one? Yes, we'll change over to this one. Hello, boys. Hello, welcome to the party, boys. God, I'm so fucking stupid. So this is the live stream here. Like, this is what he usually gets: like 175, 102 points, 303 points. This is his return. Like 2,200 points, near enough, on just this return. People were praising him. People were loving it. People were chatting away with him. Wingtings apparently has like deleted his YouTube account after trying to like launch a campaign to get like Wings like kicked off the plane or something like that. And it's just like Wings he's doing well. He's in the upswing. He's actually doing well, and like I think people should be proud of him, because he's actually out there. He's trying. Congratulations to him, pretty much. Oh shit, an Irishman stream? Oh yes, Queen Claire, indeed, yo. You think Boogie already blew the money in Sugar Babies? Yeah. Oh God, I will never find it in time. I'll have to see if I can try and get a clip off it. But let's see if I can find it here. Return of. I'll never ever find it. I'll see if I can quickly click through here and see if I can spot it for you guys. But Wings talked about Boogie a couple times on his live stream, and it's like 2 hours long. I really can't imagine. Yep, Arif, glad to hear. Let go. You would certainly have spent it on British Sugar Babies. Do you know what? Unlimited? He might have tried. He might have tried already. He might have already tried. I don't know. YouTube is going like super slow for me for some reason right now. It's like really struggling to load like anything. I don't know if this is like a YouTube problem, but yeah, YouTube's not working for me. So pretty much like on his return live stream on this one, Return of the Porcelain Puncher, at some point during it, can't remember what, he talks about Boogie, and he just randomly says like, oh, Boogie's probably gonna hate me for saying this, but Boogie has no game. And it's just like, well, that's a weird thing to say. And apparently, he tells a story about how they were sitting backstage in like the green room, pretty much. And apparently, Boogie went up to each of like the 20-year-old ring girls one at a time and tried it on with them. Was going up and be like, oh, I just want to tell you that you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. And Wings is taking a piss out of him, how they're all like immediately like, no, we're good, thanks. And like Boogie has no game and he's so awkward, and how Boogie clearly wanted to walk up to him and say that holding a $200 bill in his hand, because like that is how he attracts women. Wings went fucking hard on him for it, and he was like joking around, like, but Wings is just like pure cringe, and like he will just say whatever he wants, which is kind of why I'm starting to like Wings a wee bit more, because he's so much more fun during this, because he just said stuff. He would talk about the fight, and he was talking pretty much about how God, what was I even saying there? He pretty much was talking about the fight, and like a bunch of the ideas that were kind of could have been more interesting were all Wings' ideas. Like the face off at the conference, he wanted it to be actually more rough to try and build a wee bit of hype around it, but Boogie wouldn't do it. The bit with him riding in on the mobility scooters, that was Wings of Redemption's idea. So you need security for the ring girls. You know what, Nate? You were correct. You were correct. Apparently, Boogie went up to every single one of them except Brantley Keene and tried it on with each and every single one of them, one after the other, apparently in front of them, and tried the exact same chat line. Bend over. I have no idea if they were redheads. I didn't see any at the side. I think they were mainly blondes. So yeah, apparently Boogie, you know, I'm so nice. The reason why girls like me is because I just treat them like people, and I'm a good person to them, and they all just like me because of how good a person I am. And when he's out in the wild near young, attractive women and not a lot of clothing, he just walks up and goes like, "You're pretty. I think you're really pretty." And that's it. That's all he has. Fucking cringe. That's like Chris Chan behavior. It is exactly like Chris Chan behavior. It's like I love it. Congratulations on Wings for fucking coming out and just saying it. That was actually pretty funny. There's a couple more things I want to cover here, but I'm gonna just do a quick reset. So I'm gonna change over to my goofer screen, and I want to just do a reset. I'm gonna reset Firefox here because it's being like kind of jank for me right now. So 1 wee second here, I'm going to close it down, and I'm going to reopen it and see if that makes it any better. I don't think I should have killed the stream. I don't think so. I have no idea. I'm not a professional. So I'm not saying, if any of you are chatting or talking, I'm not saying it. I'm sorry, guys. It's not that I'm ignoring you. It's not that I don't love you. But Daddy's busy. Daddy is currently trying to see if he can get this to work, because I'm very worried that if I try and play one of these videos, it is just going to shit the bed, and we're not going to have a chance to watch any of these videos, and it's going to be a very short live stream. It's going to be a short live stream anyway, because I am busy tomorrow, but I thought, why not? We'll quickly see about this. Okay, how are you doing? Oh, God, actually, that loaded, guys. God damn it, sir. I am fantastic at this. I'm so good at this. I'm basically YouTube royalty right now. I am a legend of YouTube. Me and Boogie, right side by side. Slowly trying to open this in the background just so I can make sure I can actually still see you guys. Oh, there you are, you beautiful bastards. There you are, you beautiful bastards. Daddy hurt you. Daddy does hurt you, Queen Claire. Okay. It actually looks like it's actually all fixed. Yeah, I just had to reset Firefox, and it just kind of worked together. Is this it? Fantastic. Good. Okay. Ian busy tomorrow. We demand 40-hour style streams. You became the Irish XQC. I hope I can speak a wee bit more coherently. I don't really know much about XQC. Apparently that he just can't speak coherently whatsoever. That's like the only thing I've ever heard about XQC, is that he is like, I think he's French or Canadian, like French Canadian, and he just has like the thickest accent ever known a man, and apparently he's like really awkward and weird to listen to. That's all I know about. So yes. So, like I said, Wings came out like a true champion. He came back, he did a live stream. He's a live streamer. Came out hard, got like loads of money. Loads of money. Everyone was super happy. He came out, everyone was praising him. He's getting a lot of love, a lot of attention. But what did Boogie do? Well, Boogie, of course, instead decided to do a YouTube video. The truth behind the Boogie 298 Wings of Redemption fight. And it's like, is this really the clickbait we're going for? The truth behind? Is this seriously it? Seen the Airsoft Fatty Rage videos? I think Wings of Lockhart, Demon Left Wings. Sorry, I've heard people say it. I've heard people say that he is the like new Wings of Redemption. I don't really watch Airsoft Fatty. He's not someone I've ever really been interested in. I think he used to be an iDubbbz like staple, but I'm not really sure. Michael, I wanted to get your opinion on something. It looked like Boogie thought the match was going to be a circus show and got offended, surprised when Wings hit him for real. Do you agree? Yeah, 100%. I think Boogie probably thought this was going to be like a mess around, like we're going to go out and do a bit of a freak show thing. or he thought Wings would put him over a wee bit. I don't think he expected Wings to go out so hard at him. I find it weird because obviously Boogie is talks about his trauma all the time, and I find it weird. I think the reaction is weird when he says like that he's a peacekeeper, and it's like, oh, I was beaten and all when I was younger. It seems weird because he seemed like annoyed at it and going like, wow, what, and all at it, and it's like. That doesn't seem like a natural reaction to someone who's like a total peacekeeper, non-violent, because it's like you're winding the person up. It wouldn't work with his claim that he is like a peacekeeper who would do anything to keep the peace. That didn't seem like the natural way I thought it was going to go. But yes, one thing I want to say before we watch these two videos, the two boxing videos, because like I said, Boogie decided instead of doing a live stream and getting like thousands of pounds, he decided to do two videos, which probably got him a couple £100. Especially because this one doesn't even reach mid-roll level once again. Like I said, Boogie is not hurting for money. It's just pretty clear. I'm sorry, there's a lot of ways Boogie could have made money off this, and he really didn't seem to try and make any money off it. One thing I do think is hilarious is this. How Keemstar Causes Internet Drama, Power of the Internet, Episode 3. He uploaded the podcast. He did make 10,000. Well, to be fair, that's a standard fighting purse. If he wanted to make a lot more money, he could have made a lot more money. Like Wings made £2,200, which I don't know, is like what, 3,200, 3,300? I don't know conversion rates too well. Dollars. Like, so Wings in that one live stream made a third of the purse. Like that in an hour and a half podcast. Boogie instead came out with two videos, one that's not even getting mid-rolls. That's why I don't think he's hurting for money. I don't really think he is hurting for money at all. And not even just because he only just made 10,000 there. Like, I'm just talking like at all. Like I Need Your Help, I called it at the time. It was an intention play. This is an intention play. For example, he has randomly uploaded his Power of the Internet Episode 3 podcast to his main channel. Which is weird, because he created a separate channel for it, but obviously it's underperforming. Because he has he has a clip from episode 2 here, he has episode 1 here, he has a clip from episode 3 here, and he has episode 3 here. He doesn't have episode 2 anywhere on this, which is fantastic. Beautiful. So obviously he uploaded this 2 weeks ago. He's been pushing this for a while, and it got 2.7k subscribers, and it wasn't getting any bigger than that. So Boogie is now back to uploading it on his main channel, which, sure, whatever. I think it would probably just been a smarter idea for him to just keep it on his main channel. In my opinion, Boogie set up the 700 views. Oh yeah, the 700 views on the first one is not great, but to be fair, he had already uploaded that previously on his main channel. Brendan, you didn't really miss much at all. In my opinion, Boogie was setting up the Power of the Internet podcast to do this separate thing because he is worried his channel's a bit buried in the algorithm, so he wanted to pretty much come out and start up a new channel, hopefully get 10,000 subscribers instantly overnight from his 4 million that apparently are still subscribed to him on YouTube, and he's hoping to get 10, 50, 20, 100,000, who knows how many he imagined he would get. But then he got 2,000, and then he puts up videos, and it's getting nothing. It's getting nothing. Especially because he posted the Keemstar one, in my opinion, the worst balls of the time. Probably been good if he posted that a day or two before the boxing match, and they really played off that, but it doesn't seem like he really thought of doing that. So now it's on his main channel to try and farm some views off it, which, fine, whatever, respect the grind, who cares. But yeah, we're going to watch the truth behind the Boogie 298 versus Wings of Redemption fight, which is probably just going to be terrible. Is he still doing that podcast with Wings? It is claimed that it is meant to still be happening. However, there is apparently a third co-host. Wings talked about it briefly. He said the third co-host apparently recently had a heart attack. I don't know who it is. I think it's another lolcow. But Wings pretty much said he doesn't want to do the podcast with just him and Boogie because Boogie, he said himself, Boogie is an alpha talker who likes attention and will just dominate the entire podcast, and Wings will probably just sit back and let him do it. So Wings wants a third party so they can kind of bounce off each other. I've watched Boogie's Big Stack podcast. Is that what it's called? The one he did with those two guys from Twitch. Back in I think 2019, 2020 time. When he did that podcast, there was 3 people on it. Boogie talks about 80 to 90% of the time. Big Lenny have a heart attack? I might be wrong. I'm not sure. Hello. And I'm not sure. At first I thought it was like Jack Stefano guy. What was the Cooking with Jack guy? Because I was like, oh no, wait, his was a stroke, I think. And then I thought, oh, Rich. And I was like, oh no, Rich didn't have a heart attack. I think his daughter had an issue or something like that. Because I remember there's something to do with him in the hospital. So I really wasn't sure who it was. Guessing it's a big guy as well. Yeah, Milos, that was my first thought as well, to be fair. But anyone could get a heart attack. Just saying, anyone could get a heart attack, technically. But yeah, so I remember Boogie on that big Stack podcast, and it was 3 guys, and Boogie talked the entire time. It was like 80 to 90% just Boogie talking. It wasn't really that interesting a podcast, because it was just Boogie just sitting there just talking over and over and over again, which is like my podcast, but I'm the only person here, so it's fine. Did you drink my Mountain Dew bit during the press conference? Made me cringe so hard. Yeah, yeah, because that's when they were facing off, wasn't he? He goes, yeah, well, did you drink it? Did you drink it? And he said it like it's like Clint Eastwood badass line. I was like, bro, come on. Let's all just sit down here and never do that again. So I guess, yeah, that's going to go into it. Quite a bad like to dislike ratio for like one of his videos. Like 6 up, 1 down. That's not great for his usual videos. Kind of weird, which I think is odd because of Wings of the Redemption, his return podcast, his return live stream, very well received. Very, very well received. Like, credit to Wings. He seems to have turned it around. I can't wait for Boogie in this video probably to claim that he's a Machiavellian mind behind all of this, and he set it up so Wings would be popular. So let's get into it, guys.
Well,
why? Oh my God! Why are we doing this? Why are we doing the Francis head scratch at the start? And like I've always told you, anytime you want to know Boogie's lying, just look for him to do that, because this is his performance piece. This is his performance piece, the rubbing his head, because he does it all the time with Francis, and anytime he's doing one of those dramatic videos, he always starts with this fucking head scratch.
That fight, huh? I have to go get on a plane early in the morning.
Okay.
And if I look like I got hit by a truck,
you don't.
Because a 400-pound man hit me in the face like 30 times.
Yeah, Wings was very candid when he was talking about it, because he pretty much just said that the only reason it didn't end in the first round was because Boogie's shorts fell down. He also said because they're basically because he wanted to have lighter gloves on, but it was decided for them to wear 16-ounce gloves, which are basically training gloves. He said that's the only reason it lasted so long, is because Boogie had so much cushioning that he could barely really do much damage by punching Boogie with those massive gloves on.
So let's get home, and then we'll talk about the fight. Made it to the airport, and
Oh, there you go, Mama D. He's doing the travel vlog stuff for you. Bye now, boys.
Answer my body just wants to sit down, and they could tell I was going.
I can't wait for him to cut and then be like, guys, oh, you just missed it. Like 10 fans came up and told me that I was amazing.
Going through security and check-in, and they offered to give me assistance to get to my gate. And I said no.
Oh, God.
By God, I walked in the...
But dude is walking around wearing his OnlyFans t-shirt, like the true pimp that he is. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe it's the case. Maybe like someone would just see him in security and be like, oh, you're a big boy. Do you want us to get you a wheelchair? Like, I don't know if that's the case. I don't work Heathrow, though, so I'm not 100% sure. Maybe that's standard. Maybe they just go like, God, we don't want a large man dying on us here. But it just feels like this was inserted into the story by Boogie to be like, they offered to let me sit in a wheelchair, and I said no. And I stared God right in the eye, and I said, you will blink first, God. Hey, you. Squeaker's back.
London.
Also, Wings sold more shirts than Boogie. Yeah, I remember calling that out, because I was like, is that actually recorded anywhere? But Wings on his live stream said that he apparently absolutely fucking demolished Boogie, which I thought was really weird, because, like, Boogie has actual fans. Wings doesn't. Like, I was just like, hi. He also made, about the angry dad. Yeah, that thing, hey, Moya. Wings was paid by Jesse McJuggernuggets to wear the psycho dad t-shirt or whatever.
And I'm gonna walk out. 15-minute walk to my gate. That's gonna feel like 100 miles, but I'll get it done.
So is he leaving like the next day after the fight? That seemed pretty quick. Like, I guess it was a business trip, technically, so they wouldn't pay your hotel for you to stay and hang around an extra day. But I thought that they would probably have got, like, Boogie medically checked before they got him on a plane. Hi. Okay. Cool. Just headbutt me.
No more wheelchairs, period. As bad as I feel today, I don't feel anywhere near as bad as I did a few years ago. Hi.
The dogs are back, boys.
Hi, Daddy's home.
Hello, Squeaker. That's what he said to the sugar baby locked in his closet. Oh, that's another thing Wings said. Boogie apparently, I don't know if they shared the hotel room. Yes, they did. They shared the hotel room. Boogie apparently came with a quote-unquote female friend of his who apparently has a husband, and apparently they stayed in the same hotel room. You know how Wings brought his wife? Boogie apparently brought some random woman who apparently is a friend of his, who apparently is married, and is just good friends with Boogie, and stayed in his bedroom. Cool. Okay. Whatever.
Come on.
See those Crocs? That Pac-Man Croc? That's what Wings said. He approached the girls and he was wearing his Pac-Man Crocs.
I know, baby. I missed you too. Come on. Come on. So let's talk about the fight.
Let's talk about it.
What
Let's
happened
go.
out there? I got my ass rocked.
Yes.
I got hit for the first time by Jordy with that combo. And until you've been hit in the face by a 400-pound man in the prime of his life, you don't know what it's like.
Is anyone going to say that Wings is in the prime of his life? Is anyone going to be that disingenuous to claim Wings is in the prime of his life? Even Wings wouldn't claim that. That's a bit of an over fucking statement. I've been punched by big guys before. I've never been punched by a 400-pound man. I will give him that. I don't think 400-pound people exist in Ireland. I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't think I've ever seen one but fuck me sideways. Come on.
But it rocked my world. It rattled my brain. And my body and my brain said, we just got to get through this. We just got to stay standing in the next 3 minutes. I didn't care about punching. I didn't care about swinging.
Hey, Sidank.
Jordy has some reach, man, and he was lunging towards me. I have no mobility. So all I really could do was...
Then why? Then I think the recurring question is, then why do this? Why is like, well, yeah, he had reach on me, and I had no mobility, so I couldn't really do anything. It's like, yeah, something to think about with him.
Try to block it, and I failed to do that. So I was just eating.
Surprised jet lag is not breaking. Jet lag's not really that bad. Especially you're only going for 5-6 hours. It's not really that big a difference. It's not like you're doing a full day of travel, full days of travel where you're on a plane for 16, 17 hours. It can be jet laggy. But then it depends if you can sleep on a plane. I can't sleep on planes, which is really unfortunate. So I just kind of have to muscle through and just try and stay up as long as possible in the fucking shite.
Punches left and right. And a lot of people, including myself, was a little confused by the...
Brendan, I get that. There's a few overweight people, but is there this level of I've never seen... I'm trying to think if I've ever seen someone this level of overweight in my life.
Ref's decision, but I'll just go ahead and say here, the ref's decision was correct. It's my understanding,
yes.
People have explained it to me the way sports are scored. In this case, Jordy had won enough points to be able to win the fight unless I got a knockout. And
see, that's also just not true. Because if we're halfway through the second round, if Jordy had done really well in the first round and a half, if you did really well in the next, round and a half, you would have won. He has this weird thing of just being yeah, guys, it makes sense that I lost because Jordy, I literally couldn't have beat Jordy unless I knocked him out. It's no, if it's a point scoring system, then if you just went out and you did better in the second round, even without knocking him out, but you just landed more strikes than him and were able to dodge or block his strikes, you would have won. I just think that's bizarre.
I think everybody knew there was not a knockout coming for me. So the referee made the decision to send me back to my locker room so he could avoid having to send me back to the hospital instead. And he probably made the right call. The reality of it is, and I knew that stepping into the ring, this was the truth, that Jordy's 12 years younger than me. He's got a stronger...
Is he? Isn't Boogie 48? What? No, he's 49. No, he's 48. He's not even... Yeah, so Boogie... So he's 10 years younger, because I think Wings is 38. Does Boogie ever shower? His hair is always greasy? Yeah, his hair is kind of greasy here. I assume he would have... I'm assuming he hasn't showered since getting off the plane. I'm gonna say that. It probably hasn't showered since getting off the plane. I assume he's showered since the fucking boxing match.
More healed body than me.
Wings won that in the first round. Wings won that in the first punch.
He's taller than me. He's got more reach than me. And more importantly, he trained more than me. He actually worked on boxing.
Yeah, Mark, you're 100% right that he is already revising it to be the referee knew that I was going to lose on points, so he decided to let me get out so I didn't injure myself trying in vain to win. And it's that's not it. You were punch drunk. You had literally just got the shit knocked out of you for a minute and a half straight, and you had put up no defense, and he had already warned you. How many times did he stop the match to warn Boogie about turning? 4? 5 times? That's why.
6 to 8 weeks since this fight was picked up, I had to focus on...
Okay, I want to fucking address one thing here. I really want to address this one thing here. Boogie repeatedly saying, okay, well, we only had 68 weeks. Now is an excuse. We only had 68 weeks. Me and Jordy, we both started working at the same time. That is not true. That is factually not true. Boogie claimed, because he just posted on Twitter about how his local gym is shutting down, the one he went to for the swimming pool, and he's like, oh guys, now I can't go to the swimming pool anymore, like he was still going to it anyway. But Boogie has apparently been training for boxing since last June. That's when he started going to the swimming pool to try and prepare to fight Sam Hyde, and then Ethan Ralph after that. Boogie's claimed he's been training for boxing for like nearly a year now. Wings, a couple months, like 2 months. It is ridiculous that Boogie is seriously trying to lie like this and be like, oh, well, we both started at 8 weeks ago. It's like, no, you started a year ago. He started 8 weeks ago.
Strong enough to get to the ring, strong enough to stand up in the ring, and strong enough to hopefully eat a few punches before I got knocked down. So that involved working with my doctor and doing physical therapy and everything else. The last thing I was working on was boxing fundamentals, and
which is just stupid. It's so bizarre that he is trying to write this, that they both started training at the same time. He has been training for boxing. This is his third opponent apparently, and he's been training for a year. And now he's acting like, oh yeah, and guys, I only had a couple of weeks to get ready for this. Oh, it wasn't enough time. That's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. Wasn't Wings a replacement opponent? Wings was a replacement to a replacement opponent. Boogie was meant to fight Sam Hyde. He originally claimed that back, I think, last May, because I think it was like June time he started the gym for the swimming and all to get ready for it. Then, like, Sam Hyde pretty quickly confirmed that was never happening. I literally have never agreed to that. So that got scrapped. So then Boogie called out Ethan Ralph, which I can't remember. I think maybe that was in July or something like that. And he kind of kept it going. And then after, it was in August, he stopped the whole gym boxing nonsense because he just decided, whatever, because he started doing he's quote-unquote started doing therapy. And that was his new distraction thing. It was no longer, guys, I'm going to the gym every day for 3 hours. Yeah, guys, I'm doing so well. Instead, he veered off to instead pretend that he was doing therapy. And that was his, guys, my life has changed. I'm doing therapy now. Everything's so much better, which is what he was doing for the gym 2 months before that. And now here we are. We're back at this again. And he's acting like this is the first time he's been getting ready for boxing. It is silly that we are fucking doing this. It is silly that last June he was claiming he was like 389 pounds or something like that, and now for boxing a year later, apparently after he has repeatedly still kept going swimming, working on the bag, walking his dogs every day, eating healthily, like not super healthy, but better than he was heavier at the weigh-in. That doesn't even make sense. A year of weight loss and you put on pounds, that doesn't make sense.
It obviously showed in the ring, obviously. And as embarrassing as it was for my pants.
Oh yeah, Queen Claire, 100%, you're right. Wings was so much more interesting. I would have liked Ethan Ralph, I think that could have been funny, but my argument was that like Boogie should have made it like a Hassan thing. Hassan's too pussy to fight Sam Hyde, he's too pussy to punch a Nazi. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm calling out Ethan Ralph. It would have worked so much better for his left-leaning audience. But instead, he was like, I'm going to fight Ethan Ralph because Ethan Ralph had Frank Hassel on the kill stream, and he laughed when he said he's going to sissy hitmill me. That's very mean of him, so I don't like Ethan Ralph, so I'm going to fight him for being Frank Hassel's friend. And it's like, what a weird claim, especially when you're doing the call out and talking about how Keemstar is going to organize it. Keemstar, who had you and Frank Hassel on a podcast and was laughing at Frank Hassel's jokes as well. It was so weird. He's got them Amberlin Reed genes, exactly that. The poor guy, his lymphedema, lipedema, OCD, compulsive eating disorder, binge eating, but not really binge eating, dangling ankle, it just took him down.
To come down, and as embarrassing as it was for me to...
Sissy hypnotized is the funniest term ever.
I'm still not that embarrassed, if I'm being honest with you, because I feel like the fact that I knew I was due a beating, and the closer that I got, the more I realized the beating...
That's a weird way to phrase it. I knew I was due a beating. That implies he thinks he's like deserving of punishment, which is kind of, I don't know, weird. Was he hoping Wings would come out in a gimp suit and like spank him a few times or something like that? Woody idea is the best defense. I'm not 100% sure. Woody idea is the best defense. I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to specify that. He's for sure embarrassed. I would say he's embarrassed. Less for losing. Like I said, I don't think Boogie thought he was going to win. I think he thought Wings would have put him over a wee bit more. I don't think he ever went in thinking he was actually going to win it. So I don't think he's embarrassed by losing. This is an attention game. He just wanted attention. I do think he's probably embarrassed by the shorts falling down thing, because that is like kind of humiliating, him having to be duct taped into the shorts. But who knows? Maybe that was all a big act. I can't imagine so, because the way Wings was reacting to it and everything. So I can't imagine it was an act. Maybe it was very well performed. Who knows? I could be wrong. But I think that's probably the most embarrassing thing for Biggie, is that he looked a wee bit silly.
I was about to take. I never.
Oh yeah, Woody said come out, sissy, for yes, Woody claimed to avoid being sissy hypnotized, you should come out already sissy and try and counter sissy hypnotize him, and then play gay chicken to see who can last longest, and you end up getting married. I remember Woody saying that.
Never even once thought, I'm calling this off, I'm walking away, I'm going to find some excuse. I just walked to the ring and took the beating that I had coming to me. A lot of people have been asking me, why did you talk so much shit going into this fight?
He's going to say he's Andy Kaufman. He's going to say he's Andrew Kaufman.
If you knew you were going in the underdog, that you're likely to get your ass beat. And it's because I'm an entertainer.
Okay, sure.
I can't say that I'll ever be as talented as Andy Kaufman or Jerry.
Is the Irishman a messiah? How did he see this coming? It's almost like this is the same shit he claims fucking constantly, and it made no sense. Where was the entertainment? You talk so much shit. Did he? Did he? He barely even fucking mentioned the boxing fucking 90% of the time. And his call-outs were fucking weak. The face-off and the squaring off, that was apparently all Wings' idea. He wanted it to go further. He wanted Boogie to like push him and him to like bump Boogie back and Boogie to punch him in the face and have to get security involved. Wings wanted it to go crazy, like right last minute. And Boogie didn't want to do it. Boogie didn't want to do it. He wanted Boogie to be being held back by security and spitting Mountain Dew at him, as opposed to Boogie doing like the fucking Triple H spit in the air thing, which was just kind of weird and didn't make any sense. It is so weird. Oh, I'm an entertainer, guys. Then maybe you should have been entertaining. Wings came out singing a Kid Rock song about being the New Year blimp for the match. He came out, he was joking, he was being fun, he was being interesting, he was being actually kind of open and interesting. Boogie was being like fake. He was trying to be motivational. Where was the entertainment in that? There was no entertainment in any of Boogie's stuff. He was just trying to be like, guys, I'm so motivational because last year I couldn't even get up out of the couch, which is what one of the fucking like ringside guys said a year ago. He couldn't get out of. What are you talking about? They're acting like Boogie was 600 pounds last year as opposed to 5-6 years ago now. They're acting like this is a sudden change and Boogie in the last 2 weeks is suddenly being able to rise up like the end of the fucking wheel. It's like, that's not what happened.
Lawler, but this fight very much to me was Andy Kaufman versus Jerry Lawler, and I knew that while all eyes were on me, I wanted to entertain people. I wanted to promote them.
Legitimately, when all eyes were on him, what did he do? What entertaining thing did he do? What funny skit did he do? Andy Kaufman was like apparently running around in the ring and stuff like that and being silly. Boogie like did nothing. He stood still most of the match and got punched in the face. And beforehand, he had to be like drip fed funny things to do by Wings of Redemption, who is not the quote-unquote legendary comedian that Boogie is. Wings of Redemption is a video game streamer.
Fight. I wanted to get as many eyes on the fight as I possibly could, and the way that I did that was by writing some really good one-liners and slinging majority and just try to be as amusing. And
oh yeah, darkening, but you're 100% darkening, but you're right. This is like Damage Control. He is trying to like it's just like the begging video. He is like trying to like retell the story that we all just watched together, and he's just telling it totally different, like totally different. And it's like, bro, it's not what we watched it. It's why I said I remember at the end of the stream I said, do you know what, credit to Boogie, and everyone in chat was like, nope, there's no credit. He did a shit job. He clearly didn't train, which was obvious. He didn't actually train. Funny, Boogie claimed that he actually lost money doing this because he just wanted to go out and entertain people. He doesn't care about the money, guys. And he said he lost money because he had to pay for all his own medicals, which I thought of like a boxing promotion would pay for your medical checks to make sure you can do the boxing. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I'm not an expert in that. I can't tell you that. But then he said, I also had to pay for a trainer. And it's like, bro, what trainer? Wings showed his trainer. Wings was there with a trainer. Like, Boogie was excited that when Keemstar showed up at his house, he had brought a trainer. Boogie was excited that a trainer had come to his house. So clearly he didn't have a trainer at that fucking point.
Entertaining as possible. And yeah, a lot of it was bullshit. So I think it's okay to bullshit people and make some good jokes and fuck around up to the fight. And I definitely fucked around. And
it's good. You can make some good jokes. Then make some good jokes. This is the issue. He didn't make any good jokes. He wasn't funny. He wasn't interesting. He was flip-flopping back and forth between being a heel, like being like, Wings, you were pathetic. You deserve to be a lol cow. At least I have fans. I'm a 4 million subscriber YouTuber. You're pathetic compared to me. I have a gold play button. You only have a silver play button. To then being like, Wings, I love you and I care about you as a person. And I just want to show everyone in the world that you can rise above the issues that you face every day. And I just want to make sure that children grow up with smiles on their faces. I was like, where was the joke? You're an entertainer. Where was the fucking joke?
Definitely found out. I saw this comment from a YouTube creator who has like this weird obsession with me. He's made like 6 or 7 videos on me throughout the years. And he'll probably make one about this fight as well.
Oh my god, is he talking about fucking Sonny V2? He's made 6 or 7 videos? He's made 4. He's made 4 videos. I know, Goober. You can count to 4. Can you count to 4? What's the matter? You're a pretzel over there. Come here. Come here. Come here. Did you get yourself stuck? Are you stuck? Come here. Come on. Oh, there you go. She was lying on top of the couch. She had just twisted herself into a pretzel. She couldn't get up. You're a fucking idiot. It's so weird that he's just ran. Like 100%, he is trying to get attention. Like I think this is obvious. He's trying to get attention from Sonny V2 because the most attention he has had recently, apart from the begging video, is when Sonny V2 made a video on him. 100%. He just wants Sonny V2 to make a video on him. He has called him out on Twitter randomly for nothing. And now in this middle of the truth behind Boogie 298 Wings fight, he is randomly complaining about Sonny V2.
But he said something along the lines of, I know Wings is just going into this for the paycheck. And he's probably going to do it for some sort of noble reason. And he's wrong there once. And where he's wrong is he's wrong about Jordy. Jordy did go into this for a paycheck, sure. But he also went into this as an excuse to get better, to get stronger.
Wings himself specifically said he did it for the paycheck. Like, I'm gonna believe Wings. Like, Wings also, yes, wanted to get thin, but Wings specifically said he did it because he needed money. That was Wings' specific reason that Wings said.
Change his life, and he has.
Imagine just being so, like Sonny V2 lives so rent-free in Boogie's fucking head that even at this boxing match, the height of his career for the last however many years, 5, 6 years, the height of his career. The most people have talked about him or given a shit about him in general. And he doesn't do a live stream to rake in the money and to rake in the praise. Instead, he makes a video crying about Sonny V2 because Sonny V2 made a video about him 6, 7 months ago now. He's still crying about that. Fuck me. Cringe, bro.
He's Wings.
Yeah, Nate, 100%. Welcome back, Lisa. 100%. He is just trying to get Sonny V2 to make a video on him. This is fucking pathetic. You might as well just suck his dick and grovel at his feet. It's so embarrassing that it is so clear you just want him to talk about you. You might, Sonny V2 daddy, please talk to me. Please. I might get some more views if you make another video on me, please. Yeah, I know you made more views in one video on me than I've made in my main account in 4 months, but please, daddy, please just give me another wee documentary. Please, people might actually watch me. He's gonna call out Christopher Tom next. He's going to call out, I don't know, who else made a video on him? June the King? Does Sonny have more subs? Sonny does not have more subs, if I remember correctly. But do we really even count Boogie's subs, anymore? At all? Do we? Do we really care? Yeah, Sonny has 3.4 million. Boogie has 4.06 million. Do we even count Boogie's views, subs, though? 29k, you know? The only views he's got recently have been crossovers with other people, this boxing match shit. Even this 39k for the build up to the boxing match, that's terrible. Dragging himself into the iDubbbz drama. By the way, 100% expect another video from Boogie about the iDubbbz drama because Boogie was already live tweeting about it and doing the whole I see that iDubbbz is doing exactly what I did not long ago, where he focuses too much on the hate and trying to apologize for all that bullshit. And it's bro, just stop trying to insert yourself into drama for attention. It's cringe. Sonny has more active subs. I think I might have more active subs. I think I have more active subs. Sonny V2's views has 28 million in the past 30 days. Yeah, 100%. I'm just talking about Boogie's. His one video on Boogie from 8 months ago, whatever it was, that had got more views in a month than Boogie gets in 4 months. It's just that big a discrepancy. And that is why Boogie is trying desperately to get Sonny V2 to talk about him again, and they just cringe. Although, you be honest, Sonny is a cunt, he's an internet bully. I don't think so. I have to admit, I don't really see that. I don't watch most of Sonny's content. I'll watch it if it's something let's have a wee look at him here. Okay. Let's see, what was the last video of Sonny's I watched? It's going to be the Boogie one, I'm assuming. Yeah, 5 months ago. What was it? It was more recent than I remember. Okay. Then it must be slightly more acceptable for Boogie to cry repeatedly about it. I don't really watch a huge number of his videos, because I only watch them if they're on like things I'm interested in. Like, I think I watched that one, because I remember watching about Nick Ocado, because I like Nick Ocado and I'm interested in him. I watched the Nickelback one. Yeah, I don't watch a huge number of them. I know there's apparently like he had made some video where he like came across as transphobic, but I've also heard people, because I haven't watched it, that's full disclosure, I haven't watched it because I don't care, but I've heard people say that no, it's actually totally taken out of context, he's not being transphobic at all, people are just playing like the last line of it, which makes it sound transphobic, but it's not actually if you listen to the thing, but I have no idea. But he has to make himself the victim. It is his only playing card right now, is to insert himself in other people's dramas and to make himself the victim, and it's just cringe. Why do you have such a hard-on for Boogie? He's all you talk about on here. Well, he's my dad. I feel rejected by him not actually talking about me as much as he used to. So I get really upset, and I'm just like, Daddy, please acknowledge me. Just like he's doing with Sonny V2. Like, with Sonny V2, he really wants, like, Sonny V2, his internet daddy's attention. For me, on the other hand, I'm like, Daddy Boogie, please give me attention. Ooh, please give me attention. And I just try. Every once in a while it works. It generally seems to work, though, when I stop talking about him. But then I can't help the urge. I'm addicted. I can't help the urge. I have to keep coming back and being like, oh, Daddy Boogie. And he's like, ha ha ha, son, you come groveling back to me. And unfortunately then he doesn't talk about me, but we will see. We will see. I once got into watching Sonny's videos and stopped when he went on a random rant about the wage gap not existing in the middle of a complete unrelated video. Like, what? I have no idea. I don't remember anything that happened, but like I said, I don't watch a lot of his videos. I think he came from Sam and Talkie, so I think he's probably a bit of a shit poster himself, you know? It's one of those things where I generally try and avoid like mixing politics with random drama videos, because it's just like, politics are generally so incredibly uninteresting. It's like, you're not controversial enough, I need to be more controversial. Oh, I need to work hard to be more controversial. It just, yeah, I don't know, because I remember when I was doing a reaction video to Xander Hall. King Cobra is your favorite. I got into King Cobra again recently. I just watched a lot of Bite Size Cobra Bites videos on him, just his recaps. He's just so weird. He's just a weird person. I like watching him from afar. I don't really want to ever interact with him, but I like watching him from afar. But God, what was I saying there? Oh yeah, but, like, I was doing the Xander Hall reaction thing, and I knew Xander Hall is 100% one of those guys who is just going to make everything political. And I was just like, I don't want to do this, because if he starts ranting about politics, I don't really want to try and argue and address it, because it's not what I'm interested in. Which is the same with flamenco. As everyone knows, I watch a lot of flamenco content, because I still have planned to do like a video on him, which is like the catchphrase of my general channel. I really want to do a video on flamenco, but a lot of his early stuff, especially, is politics based, like him reacting to Vosh or Demon Mama and stuff like that. And it's I don't really like to go into politics too much, because it's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary for like the video content I make for me to randomly tell you guys my politics. Like, who gives a shit? Rogue made a video about cooking Cobra's pet Puff. I don't think Puff's gonna last long. Yeah, no, especially if we consider it. I can't remember what was the praying mantis called? Lady Green or something like that. Is it Rogue, like Rogue Internet Man? I'll have to check him out. I haven't actually watched any of his content since he came back, because I remember he disappeared for a while, but I haven't actually seen it since he came back, so I'll have to go and check him out and resubscribe again to him. And I get bored watching DSP content. Dude obviously has some issues going on. I haven't checked in on DSP in a very, very long time, because DSP is just, he's like the same guy. You literally could like walk away from DSP for 6 months and come back, and you're watching the same content. Like, yeah, I guess with like Boogie and Wings and a lot of lol cows, it's similar. Like, I think the biggest change is like Chantel, because you watched her 6 months ago, she was living in Canada, like pretending she had all these boyfriends, and then if you watch her now, she's in Kuwait in like a strict Muslim marriage, and you're just like, what the, that was a change and a half. But like Boogie, yeah, if you watch him 6 months ago and you watch him now, he'll pretty much be doing and saying the same thing. DSP in particular, I think, is really that. Like, you could genuinely just like not watch him for 6 months. The side scroller arc is massive. True. I haven't actually watched the full side scroller thing. I've watched his clips. Can't remember. I think it was Null Kiwi Farms had posted up on his Mad at the Internet podcast. He showed a couple of clips from it. That's all I've seen from it. I was intending to watch it and maybe do a reaction to it, but then I was like, well, I don't really know DSP's lore as well as other people, and I just like, oh, what's the point? You know, what is the point? Yeah, no, Micmac, 100%. I get that. Some people are just interested in him because he doesn't change, which is, sure, 100%. It's not really my bag because he's just kind of dull. Mr. Snowflake made a video. What do you make a video on? Mr. Snowflake. I like Mr. Snowflake. Mr. Snowflake, he made a video. He did an Amber Lynn video there. He just released. Oh, yeah, he just did an Amber Lynn video. Or is it about something else and I'm just totally missing it here? Because I know he has his Eugenia Cooney ones and his Amber Lynn ones. I must be missing it if it's something now. As you're talking, I just noticed JJ McLow uploaded a video about politics online. I don't know who JJ McLow is, so but I probably won't be watching it if it's politics related. I just don't. I just don't get into politics at all. I remember like years ago, like I got it, like I watched like literally like 3 Sargon of Akkad videos, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. That was it. I watched like 3 Sargon of Akkad videos, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. And then I'll be watching like random people doing like reviews of like Steven Universe, because I like a good Steven Universe, reaction video or breakdown video, and it's like, cool, I'll watch a Steven Universe reaction video. I can't remember what she was called. She was like Lily or something like that. I can't remember what she was called, like, but just suddenly, just out of nowhere, went into a full rant about Nazis, and I'm like, bro, what? where did this come from? What? Bro, that came out of literally nowhere. I was like, okay, whatever. And I watched like her next video, and it was on like Quora. And I remember Quora being really bad. I think it's ER had shit all over Quora. So I was like, oh, well, what's it? Their breakdown of Steven Universe was pretty good still. So I think I'll watch it. And I randomly went into a full rant about capitalism and Western colonialism just in the middle of this video. I'm like, bro, what is happening? Like, okay, cool. You're like, just talk about the show instead of just ranting about politics in the middle of it. It is random. You'd watch me tear down and pick on Biden all day. I literally know nothing about Biden. I literally know nothing about Biden. I basically knew nothing about Trump and his like actual politics and what he actually did. I don't care. I don't care about politics in my country. There's a fucking, I think it was Thursday there's an election and I didn't vote. I don't care. Like I just don't do politics. Politics aren't really interesting me. I live my own happy little life where, hello, hum along if you can't sing along. I live my own happy little life. I make my money and I sit in my little box and I have a good old time and I just don't care. You wouldn't talk shit about a fellow Irishman? No one would. Who would? No one would. But yeah, sorry, we'll finish this off and talks more about Sonny V2.
This is his redemption story. And I'm glad to be part of it, genuinely. But they weren't wrong because I did do this for a noble purpose, right? But everything I do is for some noble purpose. I'm not going to do anything.
I'm just saying, I think Sonny V2 was probably being sarcastic when he said you were doing it for a noble purpose. I think that was sarcasm. Like, if Boogie doesn't understand that, that's kind of weird and cringe.
Otherwise, that's who I am. I learned a long time ago that I was always going to be in some sort of pain, mental or physical. And if I could, I could get other people out of mental or physical pain.
Bro is nailing himself hard to this cross right now.
I wanted to do it. Maybe sometimes it's just entertaining you long enough to forget about your misery. But maybe it's showing you the wrong paths I've taken in my life so that you don't take those same paths. And
I am both a motivation to you guys by being such an amazing good person, and I'm also a bad example, guys. It works somehow both ways. I'm both someone you should strive to be and someone you should definitely not strive to be. Checks out, bro. Go get off your fucking cross. I'm sorry. Self-sacrificing victim type characters, they are Boogie just tweeted he'll be doing vlogs with his girlfriend. Fantastic. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to see what cardboard like Marvel character he carries around with them. Do you think it's going to be fucking Jean Grey or Storm?
Maybe, rarely, it's me taking the right path and inspiring you to take the right path too. And I think this fight shows a lot of people that I was able to get into the ring. I was strong enough and brave enough to go take the beating that I needed.
What is with this weird self-sacrifice thing? It's like the beating I was due, the beating that I deserved to get. It's like, what is this? 2 videos per week, one of him, one of his hooker. Oh god, he's got a new sugar baby. Who fucking knows? He just got 10K. Maybe he does.
Sure, I got the paycheck. But hopefully there's some fat people out there who were in wheelchairs like me, or fat people like me who just sat on their couch throughout COVID, who decided that they don't want to do that.
Which is just weird. I love he keeps blaming COVID from putting weight on. And it's like, how the fuck does that make any sense whatsoever? Genuinely, how does this make any sense whatsoever? Oh, I gained weight because of COVID. It's like, you didn't leave your house anyway. You showed yourself on a treadmill during COVID to be motivational during your motivational video. Like that attempt. Like, you shoot yourself on a treadmill. So, like, what? Yeah, sorry, I'm just having a look at this tweet. I mentioned this on the True Jody podcast, but seeing the same woman since last November, she had recently said she wanted to do vlogs together on one day, so you might see her eventually. Okay, cool. Then why didn't you bring your girlfriend to London? It's been 3 years since the lockdown. Get over it. Yeah, 100%. He brought a different girl to London. Can we talk about the girl that went to London with him? It was apparently a friend's girlfriend. Was a mutant from the My Way video. That's firstly mean. Amberlyn choked and almost died on you. On what? Did she eat a potato? What? Lizzie, you're gonna have to fill me in there. I'm confused. He said he's been seeing her since November. I guarantee if I go back and watch my monthly recap for November, he was talking about, like, numerous girls. I guarantee. She died. Lizzie, okay, she died eating potato. Fantastic. I can't wait to watch that. Okay, so, yeah, it's... If you have a girlfriend, and you've been seeing this girlfriend for apparently 6 to 7 months now, why did you take... your friend's girlfriend, like, sorry, not girlfriend, wife. Why do you take your friend's wife with you to London? That doesn't make any sense. Like, where's the logic in that? I'm fantastic, Boogie. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to see this fucking, like, 19-and-a-half-year-old girl fucking rocking up and being like, tee-hee, I can't drink, and I'm dumb. Buy me a teddy bear daddy, or some bullshit like that. Fantastic.
Anymore. If Boogie can get up and get into the ring and be brave enough to take a beating, I can be brave enough to get up and get out into the world. Look, I'm just going to be real with you. As embarrassing as
Can you be real and tidy your room? Can you be real and tidy your room first, please?
it was for my pants to come down, and as embarrassing as it was for me to perform like that in the ring, I'm not that embarrassed, and I'll tell you why. Because I had the strength to get up and out of my wheelchair and get to London and get through those airports and walk around London and...
It's like I said, I really tried to give Boogie credit at the end of that stream. I was like, do you know what? Congratulations, he actually went out and did it. I didn't think he was going to do it. And he is trying so hard. He is trying so hard, and it's just like, bro, come on, this is a bit much. Oh, Fry Guy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, we're not going to be lasting too much longer here. I only wanted to be short, and we're already an hour in here. So we're not going to be too much longer. We're going to quickly finish this one with only 1 more minute, and then we're going to quickly do his other video, and that's going to be us.
do all the things I had to do to get ready for this fight, including the doctor's visits and the medicals. And
yeah, sad dog, 100%.
A morbidly obese man who's 48, step into the ring, take that beating.
Oh my god.
Walk out of that ring.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, just bro, just bro. I'm sorry, you're just not motivational when you just sit there and pat your own ass. Like, your action should be the motivation, not repeatedly telling us. Like, how many times has he said it just in this video? The exact same sentences. It's like, bro, just, I get it. I get it. Yeah, bro, I get, yeah, bro, I get it. I fucking get it, bro.
Walk back to my hotel, walk through airports to get on a plane.
Oh, Christ. He walked through an airport. He didn't get a wheelchair. God. Just focus on the boxing match. The rest of it is fucking just random shit.
Back home and be back home 36 hours later, filming this video for you. I could be embarrassed about everything, or I could choose to focus on the positive, and I'm definitely choosing to focus on the positive.
Outstanding. I'm so proud of you.
I hope you do too.
So proud of you, Dad.
So, as always, thanks for watching.
Wow, he walked so motivational. Yeah, so now we're getting the parasocial bit.
Love you very much.
Oh, he loves
I will
us.
speak with you again soon. Now, go check out some of my other content. I think you'll like it.
Cringe. Oh, unbearable cringe. Unbearable fucking cringe. Guys, just, you know, when this live stream's over, just make sure you go and check out my other content. Particularly my anime video that none of you fucking watched. You fucking dicks. I'm sorry. Just, bro, just... Like, I realize you know you're getting a tiny bit of attention, but it's so weird. Imagine you're like, okay, I'm getting a tiny bit of attention for the first time in a long time. A long time. I'm finally getting attention. What am I going to do with this? I'm going to repeatedly say how amazing I am over and over and over again. Then I'm going to randomly cry about Sunny V2 in the middle of my video for 2 minutes. And then I'm going to beg people to watch my other content. Imagine sitting through all 7 minutes of this. And at the end being like, do you know what? Yes, I will watch the rest of his content. And not, Jesus Christ, bro.
I do.
Atta boy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at a fucking champion of a fucking man. You know what? Look. Massive credit to Wings, just in general, for how he handled it, how he did everything. Did great. You know, really proud of him. Boogie, like, it's so hard to give him praise because he is just making it hard to, like, just not see how irritating and manipulative he is constantly being. It's like, bro, could you not have just came back and said, you know what, good fight. I didn't prepare nearly enough for it, but I'd like to do it again. Me and Wings next year, rematch. We're going to have a year each to prepare. We're going to work our asses off. Do you know what? I really slacked, but I'm going to try my hardest. But I do hope you guys enjoyed it. I know a lot of people watched it. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Something like that. When he says, he's like, Sonny V2 makes videos on me. He makes videos on me. He's like really mean. I'm a really good person, and I'm a motivation to millions out there. And he makes videos on me. You should watch my rest of my videos, by the way, guys. It's just like, bro, you're making yourself so unlikable. It is so fucking hard to want to watch the rest of your shit. That is like just the honest truth. The honest truth. It is just, bro, you're just you're trying too hard to make yourself a fucking paragon, okay? So, bad video. Thumbs down. Reacting to my own boxing match, Boogie versus Wings. Oh, this is from... See, it looks like it's from a live stream, but I don't think it's going to be from a live stream because he hasn't actually done a live stream. I was curious because he did a video here. Let me sec. I'm going to see if I can pull it up here. Because he did like... he posted up reacting to your comments about my quote-unquote fight. That's what he did. That's the video he did. So, where is all my tabs? My tabs! Look at all those tabs. So, I'm just trying to see if this is the same video. Oh my god, this is an unlisted hour-long video? What the... Is this a live stream? Did Boogie do a YouTube live stream? Okay, I take it all back, Boogie, you're fine. You did great. He did react to Twitch on the fight? I don't think so. There's no Twitch live streams. There's no Twitch live streams, like, archived there. But there's this YouTube live stream that's unlisted now. So, I'm assuming he must have done it here. There's no way I'm making you watch this, guys. There's no way I'm making you watch this live stream live. So, I'm assuming this video is a part of this. Does he cry about Sunny V2? Oh, no, he talks about iDubbbz, because of course he does. Okay, so it was a YouTube... Okay, so he did a YouTube stream. Okay, well, I guess I take it back. I guess I take it back. I'll watch it, and I can see how much super chats he gets and how... Okay. I was past my bedroom, so I wanted to check out the VOD. Okay, no, 100%. I was... To be fair, I was only 1 day ago, nearly 2 days ago now. Okay. It's fine. Do you know what? It's totally separate. Okay, well, we'll watch this one still then. Okay, cool. Okay. Why did he delete the VOD? That's just weird. Why did he delete the VOD? Well, he should have also made it members only because he hasn't given his members, like, anything. So he should have just made it members only. Okay, well, watch this. And then we'll go.
Because it's so embarrassing, I have not watched my fight footage yet. But...
Okay.
Let's watch it together, shall we?
Let's watch it together.
To my own fight. But before we get started, I want to let you know.
But before we get started, buy my t-shirts.
Fight shirts. If you pick up my...
I'm just going to say, they look terrible, don't they? Like, I wouldn't buy them. I wouldn't buy them. He got about $150 on the stream. Oh, Jesus. Well, yeah, that's close. Wings only got like 3,000. It's, close.
You'll be supporting...
I just don't know why he would do it on YouTube. Hey, Rince Chester, how are you, man? I don't know why he'd do it on YouTube as opposed to doing it on Twitch, where his bigger audience is. Like, for, like, live streams. His YouTube streams never get nearly as many as his Twitch streams do. But admittedly, on YouTube, this time, he might have got it if he actually promoted it a little bit. Like, Wings actually had a waiting room for his live stream. He actually planned ahead and had a waiting room set up for when he was going to live stream. So people knew in advance and were sitting there waiting for it. Wings actually planned ahead. Boogie did it so badly, I didn't even know he had done a fucking live stream about it.
If you pick up Jordy's, you'll be supporting Jordy. But both of us could use the support. We spent more money making this fight happen than we actually earned.
No, you didn't.
So
that's just a lie. That's just a lie.
Link will be in the description box below, or you can go to merchland.
That is just a lie. There's literally no way when Wings is broke, there is no way he would lose money on this. So that's just a lie. I don't know why Boogie would lie about something so blatant. It's just a lie. Especially when he's saying something like, "Hi guys, I spent so much money on my trainer." And it's like, you didn't train. You didn't train. You even said yourself in your last video that, like, looking at boxing technique and all was the last thing you even did. Stop it. I'm also aware of Wings' locker status and how much of a jerk ass he tends to be, not to mention his controversial opinions on consent. So imagine my surprise when I saw he actually committed. That's the thing about Wings. Like, Wings, like, I have seen the the age of consent thing, and I do believe it is generally taken out of context. Again, it's a stupid opinion, the way he said it. I don't think he actually meant it in the way people are trying to make out that he meant it. I think he just worded it really stupidly. Now, I've heard there are other clips, apparently, that, like, go along with it and might support it. I don't know, I haven't seen them, but because of how dishonest people are with, like, that one in particular, I generally just, My issue with Wings has always just generally been his aggression. Like, his stupid shock jock shit he said a decade ago online. I'm sure pretty much all of you guys were online a decade ago. Like, a lot of really messed up stuff was said because that was just, like, the landscape. It's like, but you see Boogie, like, retweeting, like, iDubbbz saying N-word F-slur, I guess I have to say, on YouTube, you know? You see stuff like that. Both shirts look like them. They do. They look absolutely terrible. But it's like, so, like, Wings saying shock jock stuff a decade ago, I think it's cringe. It's like Boogie. Like, I like to throw up the clip for a laugh about Boogie's, what is it? Looks like, you know, firstly, can you stop being 15 and so damn hot? And secondly, how about you rub that junk all up in here? He did that as, like, a joke video on Halloween about 15-year-olds in Halloween costumes or something like that. I think it's a bad joke. I don't think it makes him actually a pedo. You know? I think people making cringe, edgy jokes like a decade ago, like fucking James Gunn and all did, doesn't mean that they're actually like that. I just think my biggest issue with Wings was his level of aggression and suicide baiting. I don't like either of those. Like, his level of aggression was like, because I don't mind shit talking in a video game. I don't mind. So if Wings made those threats to me, I would laugh. I don't mind. It doesn't fucking bother me. But it's like some of the crazy shit he says where he's saying like, if I ever got, like if someone came in here and tried to take my guns or something like that, I would see how many cops I could kill. I would go on a shooting spree and I'd kill all these people. You know, like his threats against like other content creators like Syndicate and all is just a bit like weird. It just makes him sound like he's a bit of a fucking nut job. And like the suicide baiting, which I just think I think everyone knows from my coverage of Boogie. I think suicide baiting is the cringest shit you can possibly fucking do.
.net/Boogie2988.
And now, making his way to the ring.
Are we gonna get to see the whole thing? God. Is this before or after
the
the
ring walk was not exactly what I was shooting for. Originally, we were gonna have.
Did he seriously try and include a shooting pun in this? He included a shooting pun in this. Fantastic, Boogie.
Us riding out on marked carts, and that's why we chose the song "Riding Dirty." I originally wanted my mountain.
That is not true. I'm sorry, that is not true. See, I think he would have picked the Weird Al Segway one if he was doing that, which is what I thought it was at the time. It's they see me rolling, they hating. It's a song about haters. I'm sorry, I think he's doing it because it's a song about haters. The Mark Carts thing, that was Wings of Redemption's idea, from what I know. It wasn't Boogie's original idea.
Do a theme song, and I wanted to like throw Mountain Dews out to the audience, but they would not allow that because Prime was one of the sponsors. So instead, I wore the gun shirt, the one from the incident, and decided to rip that off. And then like I was firing my guns into the air, you know, my arm.
You should have done a gun show. You should have done a gun show because it would have been at least funny and kind of make a wee bit of sense.
And firing them at the audience, and I don't know. I'm hoping that puts the gun meme.
Look at that hype man go.
I also want to say that Chase is such a good hype man.
Yeah, he's going hard.
Amazing walking to that ring. So did the audience. Just overall.
Those are the 20-year-old ring girls he was chatting up. I think the one who fist bumped him was Brantley Keene, to be fair.
It was super hype. And I was also just trying to...
Oh, thank you very much, Mark. Get yourself a half. I intend to. Now, I don't know if it's coming. Oh no. I think I deactivated it. I'm actually sweating now. I keep pulling down my OBS to look. Okay, I think I deactivated it. So
soak it up, soak it in. Because who else in the world is going to be able
Thank
to...
you very much for Super Chat, by the way. I got scared there.
Man in front of 10,000 people, and the fans...
I'm going to make a point. Firstly, the arena's not even full, and secondly, the arena doesn't even look like it would hold 10,000 people, so I'm not sure how much I believe this. But whatever. Like, I saw Keem say something like... that, like, concurrent viewers, they had over 1 million people because they had over like 700,000 across the 3 official channels, and then with all the unofficial restreamers, which he had allowed, so he wasn't taking shots or anything like that. He was like, said like, oh, it's over 1 million. 3 people had their whole ropes for him. Yeah, I remember Wings mentioning that because Wings did a walkthrough of it as well. But it's like, when I was looking at it, there was nowhere near like I don't even think I ever saw us breach 100,000 concurrent viewers. Like, that's Keem. Keem's a showman, so 100% I get that. He's a showman. He's here to perform. He's here to have fun. Cool. 100%. That's absolutely grand. But yes, what were you doing here? Yes, sorry. I don't imagine we ever got to a point where it's like the 3 official channels got like 700,000. Especially because when I was watching it, I think there was only like on my one, which is a DAZN channel. I think there was only something like, I don't know. Fuck, I don't even know. I don't even think it was like 20,000.
Me so hyped. There were so many people so excited to be there, and I was just so glad to see you guys there. It was great. So here's Wings' ring walk, and it was just so loud there. I couldn't even hear what was going on. I was just concentrating on like getting in the right frame of mind. He's wearing a Psycho Dad t-shirt, which I thought was kind of amazing. I believe Jesse like sponsored him for the fight to do that.
Yes,
and I had no clue that he came in rapping. I heard that
he's acting like, oh my god, I love it. Oh my god, it's so fun. Apparently, he wasn't happy. Wings said he wasn't like happy with it. He was like, why the fuck are you wearing that? Since it was deactivated. Rinse Jester, I am very sorry. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Do you know what? I feel bad. I actually feel bad because it mustn't have activated for some reason. So we're gonna go here quickly. We're gonna go here very quickly. And we're gonna we're gonna do our magic behind the scene here just to quickly fix something. Because everything's broken a wee bit, and then we'll get back to the video quickly. But from what I remember, Boogie, it was not happy with it when Wings of Redemption, because I'm going to go watch Wings of Redemption stream again, and I'm going to go through. Sorry, I died a wee bit there. I'm going to go through and I'm going to cut out some choice clips about Wings talking about the fight, because Wings just came across it. Because do any of you guys watch EFAP? Like, did any of you guys watch EFAP? Because EFAP did a reaction to it, which is just bizarre, by the way. It is so weird that he did like a reaction to it, because it's just not really their standard thing, but it was really funny, and they were all pretty much on Wings' side, saying Wings is a great guy. You know, not a great guy, but he came across as much more of a genuine, likable person, and Boogie just came across as like a dick. Just Boogie say he lost money in a fight, did he bet on himself? You know what? I don't even think Boogie would. I think Boogie would not have even bet on himself. It'd be hilarious if he bet on himself to win. I just can't imagine so. I can't imagine so. Okay, where are we doing here? What are we doing here? I'm trying to see, go through, get this stuff quickly sorted. Okay. Is this it? Is this it? Okay. Oh no. One sec. Okay. I think we're back. Yeah, we're back. Okay. We're back. And now I wonder if this worked. I wonder if this worked. Because I feel bad. I feel bad. So I just wanted to make sure Mark got his pipe bomb. So I guess we have to wait. Maybe that's not working. Maybe it is working. I have no idea. Maybe Streamlabs just totally refused to work with me anymore. Maybe it hates me. He invested in shitcoin again. He invested in sugar babies. I think we all know sugar babies, like as a premium, they always go up. So it's always bad on sugar babies. Like the Nasdaq. Is that not working? Oh, it's so unfortunate. Oh, what am I doing here? I'm gonna see if I can try and get this fixed, because I wanna. Like I said, I feel bad. I feel bad. Because I want to try and make sure things actually work out well for everyone, because you know, like, it was very generous of Mark to donate, so I want to try and at least get him his. Is that it? There you go. There you go. There you go. I did a task for you. It still scared the shit out of me. It came in a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. There you go, Mark. That's for you. Thank you very much for the donation. I hope that scared the shit out of all of you guys as well. There you go.
I couldn't hear that in the ring. I don't even know what he was rapping, but what a ring entrance! That is so interesting.
Yeah.
And cool.
Yeah, he like Boogie says that like he's half dead inside. He really does say it like he's like a depressed man, because like obviously like his was like entirely unimpressive. Wings came out like a fucking baller. Today we learned that Irish is better at math than OBS. Fuck you. Fuck yeah. I have no idea why it didn't work. I think it's just like I must have edited it after that last video. Can we get the Boogie gif? What Boogie gif? Is it Boogie punching his dog? Because I have that. I have that. Where is it? Is it this one?
And the third guy says,
there you go. There's a Boogie
guys?
gif for you. There you go. Maybe I'll make that a super chat donation limit as well, or something like that. I don't know. What should it be? Because it begins with S. Should I make it 5 for Sammy for 5 Ami or something like that? Oh god, yes, a dog gift. Well, there you go. There's a dog gift for you.
I was kind of hoping he was going to keep the shirt on during the fight. I genuinely was. I
Why
was
would
hoping
he?
I'd have something to aim for or whatever, but I don't know.
Something to aim for. Like you're gonna punch him just square in the chest every single punch.
I think that was a great ring walk. Right here, we have talked to the refs. We've talked to our coaches. Me and Chase have talked to the strategy of blocking as many.
What coaches? I want to know who Boogie's, because like Wings was able to point out his coach and say, I think he turned it off during Girl World stream later that day. Did I? That might have been true. Well, it wouldn't have been, because Girl World works off a different. It's a different YouTube account technically, so it works off a different link from Streamlabs, so it would have been different. Play the Boogie Hitler song. Oh, maybe I should make that one. That would 100% not get monetized. I have more. There are more, and this isn't like a coy, guys, donate to find out what they are. I have 3 set up, but like I want to leave myself little surprises in case anyone ever donates those amounts. They're not big amounts or anything like that, so I don't want anyone going crazy. Don't fucking like donate or anything like that. Like this actually being serious. I don't want to come across like, look guys, you know, just saying. But like I'm going to introduce more and try and do it where it's like a couple different layers for different amounts that do like different things, and I might, the Boogie Hitler song might actually be funny. It might be actually really funny. So I'll think of that. I'll go through and I'll edit it at some point before we do like a special event, I guess.
Punches and taking as many punches in the first round as we possibly can, so that
when would your strategy ever be? Take as many, if you only got $1, $5, guys. It's like I don't know. It's like whose strategy to go into boxing has ever been? Just take as many punches as you possibly can in the first round.
Wings, gasses himself, and then we can take him in rounds 2 and 3. As we now know, that strategy did not work. But that's the one me and Chase had discussed.
It did not work.
But in this moment right here, where I'm standing up to look across the ring, reality was settling in. Like, I'm realizing we were about to punch each other.
They did talk about the fear in his eyes on EFAP.
We were about to get into a fight. And the entire crowd just melted away. The cameras melted away. I couldn't see the ref. I couldn't see anybody but Jordy. Jordy was on the other side of the ring. And
I saw a lot of people mention the Homer Simpson strategy. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Just trying to make some level of...
It's like a Rocky Balboa strategy as well. Like Rocky's entire thing is Rocky went down and got like shit knocked out of him the entire match. And then he always outlasted the guy and the other guy got tired. That was Rocky's entire thing for like every single fucking movie.
But looking at this, I look kind of scared, don't I? Like, reality is settling in, and it's saying, we're about to put on a show, and it's going to be entertaining, but in order to get
my god. I love it. He can't even just say, we're about to fight. He has to say, we're about to put on a show and be entertaining for the 10,000 people who are currently watching. It's like, thanks, Boogie. Thanks for just slipping in, by the way, that you're being an entertainer and entertaining people and being an entertainer by entertaining folks. Thanks, I get it.
That show done, I'm going to have to get hurt. Oh, and look at Wings, man. I remember him staring across the ring with that.
He's a fucking baller.
He just looks like he's dead inside. He looks.
No, he doesn't. He looks like he's just ready to kick cunt out of you. He doesn't look dead inside. He just looks like he's actually taking this a little bit seriously.
Like he's just dead to the world. He just looks like he knows what he's got to do, and that's put me down, and he's ready to do it.
Go on, you big boy.
That was terrifying.
We get to watch it again, boys.
You're looking at a 400-pound man who's ready.
I love that he keeps making a point that's like you're looking at a 400-pound man. Like Boogie isn't 400 pounds. It is so. It's like if I was there and I said, "Look, I'm fucking sitting there looking at a 400-pound guy in front of me." Like I'm like, Jesus Christ. It would make a bit of sense if Eugenia Cooney was saying that, like as a 400-pound man staring me down. It would make sense. But this, Boogie, you're his weight. You're the same weight as him. Stop pointing out he's 400 pounds.
To put you down.
The short strategy is original. The short strategy was beautiful.
See what Wings was going to do when that first.
Wings is punching down, literally. Even look at the stance. Every single shot. Look at the fucking stance. Wings always has like a big, powerful, wide fucking stance. Fucking slightly jacked in. Boogie's always like fucking coy. He's like tight. He's got a little fucking. I'm honestly amazed Boogie didn't go down. Wings is just 4 inches taller, 100%. I'm amazed Boogie didn't go down with how close he like always kept his feet together. Because like he said, there's no mobility, and that's right. There is literally no mobility. If Wings could hit stronger, one strong hit would knock Boogie on his fucking ass because he does not have the base to like fucking keep himself up.
Hit me.
Hit.
I was stunned.
Boom, boom.
But the only thing that pulled me out of that
Are you gonna
stun
say
is that
wow?
my pants started falling down. And that punch right there, that
Yeah,
flurry
all of it.
that Wings gave me, that's the one that just
Are you gonna
put me
mention
into
that?
my own mind. That's where I knew I was not going to be able to.
Are you not going to mention the bit where you're like, wow, what, wow? You're not going to mention that bit? That's like the interesting
I just
bit.
needed to survive it. Thankfully, I got saved by a wardrobe malfunction.
When
So
he
here's the
hulked
story
out and
behind the
scared
shots.
people at a gas station. Fantastic. Oh, I can't wait. I want to hear him talk about this because obviously I've heard Wings talk about this. I've heard Wings also talk about the shorts, so I'm curious. I'll let Boogie say his and then I'll say what Wings said about it.
Got these shorts from Boxer World. Oh, hey, there's the little Mark card thing.
Yep.
We got these shorts from Boxer World, and when they
Wow,
came in, they were-
look how much he didn't give a shit about that. I was like, oh, look, the Markart thing. He is clearly annoyed that people liked that and people enjoyed it and laughed about it, and that was Wings' idea. Look how quickly he didn't give a shit about it. Oh, look, there's a Markart.
supposed to fit. They took a waist measurement 68 inches and said that they would absolutely be fine. They wouldn't even go past my knees. So we had to.
Thanks, FPS. I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's going to activate because I think it's a minimum of $1, I think. I think so. I think I should be safe. But thank you very much. Wait! FPS Butter Golem. Are you alive again, sir? Look, you looks like you're alive again, sir. Welcome back to the party, lad, I guess. Welcome back to the party from your random hiatus. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back. I'm glad that you came back, obviously, to watch Wingo come out and have a good old time.
Find a seamstress in downtown London and pay her to let the pants out. Turns out she let them out a little bit too much, so they were loose. And we tried to tie that drawstring as much as we could in the back, but it just wasn't doing its job.
That's not what. Okay, this isn't what I heard from. This is what I heard from Wings. When Wings was talking about this, he made it seem like Boogie literally got the shorts delivered to the hotel, and that they were, I think, too big on him or something like that, and then he had to get them like cinched in or I think something like that. Oh god, do you know what? I'm not going to speak for Wings because I don't remember exactly what was said. I will include it in the monthly recap. I will include it in the monthly recap what Wings said about this. But pretty much Boogie only got the shorts like 2 days before the fucking match, and he had to try and find someone. Wings got his ages in advance, went and found some wee seamstress woman who fixed it for like $30 to make it fit perfectly for him. Boogie, on the other hand, apparently had to pay like $200 because he left it like last minute and needed like an overnight fucking addition to it.
Job. So we ended up having to tape these sons of bitches. I spent like $500 to make these pants work, and they just didn't work.
That's
Which
embarrassing.
is such a shame because I had some basic shorts I could have worn. They wouldn't look as classy or anything, but they wanted.
I'm going to make a point. The shorts do not look classic. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, and because it's obviously a reference to the proud nation of Ireland. But I'm not happy with the shorts.
Boxing trunks, but God bless Chase for making this meme moment happen.
Johnny, you're not
this
wrong.
was one of the most meme parts of the fight, and it was certainly embarrassing. But I was mostly irritated and frustrated that Boxer World had let me down so badly. Can you believe it? What a joke!
Can you?
That kind of money.
Can you believe it that you got something that is made for a very unusual body shape and you got it the day before your match without like expecting there might need to be some form of alteration? Like, I remember I went to a mate's wedding fairly recently, so I went and got a new suit. Like, I went and got a new suit like a couple weeks in advance so they could measure me. They could measure me and they could say, okay, well, here's what we think you should wear. Here's this. This is good for big shoulders. All that kind of stuff. And then like they say, okay, fine. We'll take it. Come back next week and we will have it altered for you. Mwah. Easy. Fantastic. Boogie knew about this for a year. He'd been preparing for a boxing match for a year, and he waited until like the day before he got the shorts delivered to his hotel in London. Bro, maybe just, I don't know, prepare ahead. Maybe just think ahead. Obviously, it couldn't be Boogie's fault. Obviously, it's a professional boxing trunks company's fault for their boxing trunks not working. $500 for adjusting at a seamstress, another lie. I don't know, because I heard him say the $500, but I wasn't sure if that was like the shorts included. But Wings said it was $200. But admittedly, Wings could be wrong. Wings might not know.
And the pants don't even do the one thing they're supposed to do, and that's be pants. Back to the actual fight, and at this point,
Be pants.
I feel a ton of adrenaline.
Duct tape is also super cheap. He should have just done like girls and just got like fucking double-sided sticky tape for the inside of his fucking shorts to keep them attached to him.
Just woo, I'm getting rocked, man.
He's getting
And
rocked, boys.
The ref is telling me, don't turn to the side, don't turn to the side. You got to stay forward.
Yes.
But there's just a natural instinct that says turn.
Yes.
I did get hit a few times prior to this fight.
No, you didn't. You clearly didn't. If your natural reaction when you're being punched is to turn your back, you did no boxing training. It's like the first thing you're taught in like any martial arts. Like any martial arts, you face you never give them your back. You never give them your back, especially in boxing when you're like literally not allowed to, and you'll get fucking like immediately cancelled like that. Sorry, just like it makes it so clear he did no preparation for it.
Had a couple friends hit me. Had an ex-boxer down in Houston when I went to that convention. Hit me a few times. But
I had. Is this? But are we now at Boogie's boxing training? The boxing training he apparently spent a lot of his 10K on, where he's like, oh yeah, a couple of friends hit me, randomly, and like, some guy at a convention, he punched me a few times for a video with kid behind a camera. It's like, oh, sorry, is that it? Oh, okay, fantastic.
nothing prepares you for getting hit by Wings of Redemption. Nothing prepares you for getting hit by. Ooh, look at that!
By Wings of Redemption.
Look at that. That's what I'm saying.
It makes it sound like Wings is just a powerhouse.
Rocking my face back and forth.
His boxer was a guy from Game Changers. I saw the video and I do not remember the guy like whatsoever. I have no idea who he was.
It didn't even hurt my face that much. I'll tell you what hurt the most was
the punch
my
to the
neck
jaw
and my shoulders and my back the next day. But
yeah,
each one of those. Watch the way he hits my head. My brain got shocked with each one of those.
Please don't. He's gonna claim he has like fucking like what's this called, secondary concussion or something like that. He's gonna claim he has that now.
Ricocheting against my skull, and it hurts, man. It hurts,
bro. Yeah, being punched in the head isn't the nicest thing in the world, but you're wearing training gloves. Like, you're wearing training gloves. I don't know how else to really like sell out. You're just wearing training gloves.
You get dazed very, very quickly. I mean, you get punch happy. That happy punch happy. That's where that name comes from. Going in around 2,
punch
I'm
drunk,
sure,
but okay.
for sure. Now my thought is, if I can handle a few more punches, hopefully I can get a few punches in. And I tried.
Boogie didn't have a proper defensive guard. He didn't have any guard. If Wings, who is relatively untrained, could break your guard like every single time, yeah, it wasn't overly hard. Like, Wings was even feigning him at some points. It was bizarre.
But Wings just does not let up, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If it wasn't for the ref,
Wings is a big guy, but Boogie could have trained for it.
Wings could have just thrown punches left and right. Actually, Jordy told me after the fight, he said that he was starting to tire out a little bit. But
I am getting tired repeatedly punching you in the face. I think Jordy could have been like literally gassed, like sitting on the floor, and I think Boogie still wouldn't have fucking been able to do very much against him.
You can just see how dazed I am here. I couldn't tell you in the moment how dazed I was.
Yeah, Boogie didn't even notice there that it was called off.
The ref definitely could. The ref made the decision he made there because, number one, Wings had scored enough points already to where he was going to win that fight.
That is literally not the ref's decision, though. the ref is just like, I'm going to end it early because you can't win. That is not the ref's decision.
The only way I could have won was a knockout. So the ref decided, as dazed as I was, as badly as I was performing, it's better to send me to...
I can't wait for him to say the exact same thing he said in the other video, because Boogie just works off a script because he thinks of something he thinks is like really cool and effective, and he just repeats it ad nauseum. Like, bro, like, you could have just said, the ref saw that I was doing dog shit and I really wasn't putting up any form of a fight and I was dazed. He called it. Yes, that makes sense. But of course he goes, well, the ref was thinking that I didn't have enough points. And it's like, bro, can we cut out all the extra layer of nonsense and just stick with, I got rocked?
My locker room than it is to send me to the hospital or so he just
mic
put me out
drop.
of my misery there. And looking at this right now, it's the right call. I mean, I had the adrenaline going on me. I was definitely not aware that I was performing as bad as I was.
Yeah, I believe that. I do believe that.
Wings is destroying me there.
Yes, he is. He really is.
Right, left, right. Those aren't 1-2s. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. And look at his mobility. I have no mobility like that on the day that we fought. I have no mobility like that right now.
Yeah.
So it was
really good work by Wings. Really good work by Wings.
The effort Jordy made here. He's the better athlete.
He said he stopped 15 seconds into the second round. I think so. Because the countout was at 38 seconds or something like that still remaining.
That's it. There's no other argument. I can make every excuse in the world, but the reality of it is he's just the better athlete.
Yeah, Lord Fango, that was really weird. It's like I said, he comes out of this. He can't use any of the good graces. He can't play to the audience, get popular, get people to like him and pat him on the ass. He comes straight out, immediately complains about Sunny V2 and starts whining about Sunny V2, and then starts whining about DSP, and now is whining about fucking iDubbbz. And I was like, like, Jordy came out and was like a good sport about everything. He wasn't he wasn't constantly whining about the trolls. He kind of slipped a wee bit when he's talking about PKA. He kind of slipped a wee bit, but at the same time still being hopeful and positive. But Biggie couldn't do that. He couldn't last fucking 10 minutes. I'm back, been suffering on some MMO. Why would you play an MMO? Oh, MMO were awful. Awful. FPS Buttergolden stopped making Boogie content because he threatened to sue creators who made content on him. I remember that. I remember that fucking bizarre threat. Yeah, that was a very much a Boogie threat. Good to see you're back around, that you're healthy. I see you put up you're like because I just checked your channel just to make sure it was a real you. That you put up the Fallout mod. Any thoughts about doing anything Wingo related, or has Wingo won your heart and soul and you love him now? What's the crack? LW, very little. I was drunk the whole time now. Now for Zomboid. Zomboid is great. I actually really like playing Project Zomboid. I haven't played it in a wee while because my computer is a potato and it's slowly dying. But yes, I like Project Zomboid. It is great.
After that fight, me and Wings hugged it out there in the ring, and we've been talking ever since. And
yeah.
Prior to the fight, he didn't talk to me very much, but now we're talking quite a bit. And I'll just be honest, what I've learned about Wings is that he's a very awkward person who doesn't think before he speaks.
Yes.
He'll say some really silly stuff.
I wonder. No, this is okay. This is before Wings' live stream. This is before Wings' live stream. Cool. Yeah, no, I understand. FPS. Yeah, okay. Fantastic. Yeah, Wings is like an awkward person. Like Boogie is right. He's an awkward person who speaks before he thinks. But like, I think the reason Wings said he wasn't talking to Boogie beforehand much because Boogie was wanting to know what he was doing. Like apparently Boogie had kept asking him like, "What are you doing? What are you thinking of?" And he was just like, you know, like, what are you planning? And Wings was just like, I'm not telling you my strategy. I'm not talking to you about what my plans are for this, you know? So apparently that's the reason why. But obviously they're talking because they're planning to do a podcast together. So like, yeah, obviously they're talking. Like, yeah. So good I plan on killing my allies, just shocking for a little grieving. How dare you? Unlimited, how dare you? We do not support grieving in this Christian community. Was making some new form content. Oh, it's good to hear, FPS. I'll definitely check it out. I'm pretty sure I'm still subscribed to you. Yeah, still on. Yeah. So yeah, 100%. No, I'll check it out. Wings said Boogie was harassing the ring girls. Yes, Wings did. Wings said that Boogie had gone around and talked to each of the ring girls individually, in his Crocs and his like Pac-Man T-shirt or something like that. Yeah, no, 100%. Cracker. FPS. I am curious. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. Obviously, you're a free man. You can do whatever you want. I'm assuming you're the creator that that Boogie had the multiple hour-long conversation with, but right before the channel was deleted, because the timings kind of made sense. So I'm assuming that was you. I'll keep playing this in the background whilst.
But at the end of the day, I think he's got a good heart, and I think he's a good person. And I'm glad to have worked with him. I look forward to working with him again, whether that's a podcast, a show, an interview, a rematch, live streams together.
Did you just say cracked potato? Did I say cracked potato? I say crack a lot. Cracker? I do say cracker. I say cracker as well. Which hour-long conversation. FPS, he had said he had a several hour-long conversation over Discord with a Boogie Detractor channel, who also talked about Wings of Redemption, and this was right before your account got nuked, because he said the person then said that they were going to delete their account. Delete the videos on him. So I assume it's you.
Whatever it is.
Boogie pulled a Christian and asked all the ring girls out. Of course, he went out there with his attraction sign. He threw a little red string or fate or whatever at them. Asked them, will you be my special someone forever?
The guy again. He's not a bad guy, genuinely. Watching this
on Twitter, Boogie's been saying someone since November. Why is he hitting up all the girls? Yeah, why'd he bring up like some random, why'd he bring some random woman who's apparently like the wife of his friend with him who stayed in his hotel room? A lot of it doesn't really make too much sense here. Welcome back, Mama D.
Than I was stepping out of the ring, which is to say a little bit. But I learned I might be nigh invulnerable. I can definitely take a beating and keep on.
I love he's a marathon guy, mate. All right. I love he got punched in the face by like an untrained guy in 16-ounce gloves that are basically like training gloves, and he's like, I am basically Hercules. I'm basically Hercules. A moving truck cannot render my flesh asunder. It's like, okay.
Ticking. It's the other half of boxing, the hitting the other guy that I'm not very good
Please
at.
don't say you're too nice to hit people.
I've never been a violent person. I'm not a big fan of violence, so kind of makes sense. It's something I'll need.
I think he's fibbing about having a girlfriend. I think he's been fibbing about having a girlfriend for like the past 4 years or whatever. I think for how ever since he left Dez, honestly with Dez he might have been lying about having a girlfriend as well. I have no idea. Yeah, you just knew he was eventually going to reach this point where he's going to be, guys, I'm just too nice to hit people. I'm just too nice. And I was like, bro, you don't come across as a nice, you come across as a very angry, vindictive person. Guys just understand that he's making those girls more comfortable by hitting them. That's it. He's trying to welcome them and make them feel that they're welcome in the community. He saw them as gamer girls, and he wanted to welcome into the gaming space by telling them they're all individually the most beautiful girl he's ever seen.
Practice. At the end of the day, though, most goals achieved. I got my butt to London for the first time and out of the country.
Yep.
We got up and moving.
Which is
and
impressive.
So did Wings. We got into the ring, and we entertained like 10,000 people in that arena and 400,000 viewers, according to Keemstar, who tuned in for that fight.
That went down. That has gone down sufficiently from the 1 million that Keemstar claimed. We've walked this claim back a little bit, boys.
So, mission accomplished, honestly. For those of you who
Yeah, Mark, you did.
Before, or this is your first time watching it, thank you for watching it with me. I'm very grateful for you. You guys have been so kind and so
The like to
supportive
dislike's
of me
not great
and
here
you.
still. Like, it's surprising the like to dislike is still not very good on this. It's really weird because, like I said, on Wings' one, I'll see if I can find it. Oh, Christ, what the fuck is it called? Return of the Porcelain Puncher? Yeah, that's it there. I remember the like to dislike ratio being, not amazing, but fine, yeah. Look at this, okay. And we've always said, Wings has a much more dedicated troll army, hater base than Boogie does. Boogie. And this video, the last video was 6k up votes, 1k down votes. This is 4k to 700, so, whatever. 3.7 to 130. Wow, Boogie has really not done well out of this at all.
It's just been an incredible breath.
It is nice to see people like EFAP talking about Boogie and talking about how he is just so disingenuous and he just doesn't come across very good at all. Yeah, it's nice to see people are kind of cottoning onto it because the view counts on these aren't great. He did better in his begging video. Wings is just really stupid. I think Wings is probably just a bit of a dumb person, but he is a much more genuine person than Boogie, which to me makes him just more likable. Because I like I said, I'm not a big fan of manipulators. I think they're interesting, but I'm not a big fan of them as people. Wings, I just think comes across as so much more genuine when compared to the two. So I think he's just so focused on the idea that you have to have a girlfriend, boyfriend, when the fact you can still have a great time. But yeah, 100%. 100%. He just needs to have a girlfriend. He needs to have a girlfriend because he needs to feel like a Giga Chad. That is his entire thought process, is that cool guys, successful guys have young, attractive girlfriends, and that is all he is focusing on. That he just wants the young, attractive girlfriend. He for being such a proud male feminist, I'm so woke, I'm such a nice guy, I'm so forward thinking, I'm so progressive. For all of that, he is still the guy who just wants a trophy girlfriend to walk around and to shut up and look pretty on his arm. That is all he wants. Wings is Wings. He doesn't play some character online. He's just, yeah. Do you know what, Benjamin? That's probably one of the best descriptions of him. He is just himself. Love him or hate him. He could say some things that could come across as cool or fun or interesting. He could say some stuff that comes across terribly. That is just Wings. Boogie, he is whatever he thinks you want him to be at any given time, but also in a way that means that he isn't a bad person. Also, yes, Wings' trolls are generally psychotic. They want to destroy him. A lot of them take it a wee bit too far. Like I said, Wingtings apparently has deleted his account entirely after apparently he was trying to get Wings banned from flying or something like that, and apparently has now deleted his account. I don't know if that's true. GameStar was tweeting about it. I went and had a look, and I can't see the account right now, so maybe it's true. I have no idea what the reason was. Most credit to his weight loss to Kelly, honestly. His life would fall apart without her. Yeah, probably she does seem to have a pretty good influence on his life, but then you've got all the cocking and cheating accusations, but I don't really know how much weight there is in them. I still remember the shoe guy from a couple months ago, and I just thought he was fucking really irritating. So I didn't really follow it too closely because the shoe guy was just so unfunny and uninteresting. So I was like, I just don't care. So yes, Good fun. That was good fun. Yes, good live stream. If I do say so myself, I pat my own ass here for a while. I had a lot of fun. It was good to catch up and have a wee chat about things. I do intend to do a monthly recap for Boogie, though. I do intend to do it for this month, because why not? Why not? Do you know what? Why not? I've left you guys starving for content a wee bit. I do need to get back. I'm kind of past a busy point in my life. I was doing a lot of stuff in the background in my real life there recently, and I think a lot of that is kind of ending here now. So I should have a wee bit more free time, which is fucking fantastic. So hopefully we could try and get a little bit more activity going. Maybe try and get that flamenco video out. Maybe I could do another anime video for you loving people who love it so much. Wings is a boring channel. Why do people bully him? People bully him because that's one of the best ways to get a reaction from Wings. Because generally he'll just sit there and he'll just like play video games and that'll be it. But for Wings, like a lot of the major trolling is generally people specifically targeting like Boogie. Excuse me. Most of his stuff is not him being trolled. Like Frank Castle, sure, whatever. But a lot of Boogie's major bad things that happen to him, none of them are him being trolled. It is all Boogie being Boogie and being a fucking numpty. That's what causes it. So Boogie, you don't need to milk the cow with Boogie. You can just sit back and watch. Like, I've had one interaction with him, and the guy has fucking talked about me repeatedly. You know? That's all you need to do. Just sit there and just watch from a distance, and Boogie will make drama and stupid content for you, because that's the type of person he is. Wings, on the other hand, needs to be milked from what I've seen off at the very least. Wings is the type of guy where all of the big moments, the look here, look, listen, throwing the controllers, breaking the controllers, everything like that, the Lion's Den interventions, the fucking random friend from Domino's or Pizza Hut or whatever, like that was all troll influence stuff. All troll influence stuff. You can do some more anime recommendations. I haven't watched like any anime this season. I've been too busy. Too busy. Hey, Sleepy mate, how mate? I'm literally getting ready. I'm starting to do the wind down here. I'm really sorry. All the drinking, fighting, destruction of property is just all we can think about when we think about the Irish. Well, it's what you should be thinking about. It's like the only things we're good at. It's the only things we're good at. Oh, Nicola as well. Where would Boogie be if he won the fight? I don't think he'd be in any better position. Would he? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he would be. Maybe he would be in a better position because no one expected him to win the fight. So maybe if he actually went out and he actually won the fight, maybe people would be like, damn, you know what? I'm surprised. But then at the same time, I think a lot of people would have just then claimed that Wings was like paid off to throw the match, for all I know. So, not watching anime in ages. I'm trying to get through Zeta. Oh, Gundam Zeta. Yeah, I have a couple of ones to finish from the winter season. I need to watch. And how salty was? Yeah, I saw Boogie's after interview fight. He was pretty fucking salty. I doubt Boogie would be better off. I think he might be better off than he is now. Because people would be like, whoa, Jesus, I wasn't expecting him to win. Like, oh, fuck, that's impressive. I think it would have been that, but I think he would have squandered it very quickly. Especially when you're seeing him, like, come out immediately after and go like, Sonny V2's mean about me, he made a video about me. It's like, oh, Christ, okay, Jesus, fuck. You know, so like that, I think that would have burned away his support very quickly because his support is already leaving in droves. His support is already leaving in droves. Sorry, I forgot to dislike that. There you go. Feedback share with the creator. There you go. He knows. He's watching. Like 14K for his re-upload of this fucking podcast. Not great. You know, none of these breaching 100K. That's really not great because I think a lot of the chatter about the boxing match has already died down. So if he's not breaching 100K with these already, oh, that's bad. 29K for his Retropalooza thing. Not great. 27K for a Q&A panel, which is the weirdest Q&A panel of his life. Super Mario Brothers 17K. It's like it's not great. It's not like people went like, Jesus, you know, he did really good during these boxing things. I'm gonna go back and watch his old videos, and his old videos go up. They just haven't. They just really haven't. Do you see all love Wings have been getting? Yeah, I've been talking about that, about how like look the fucking like to dislike ratio. Compared to like Boogie's getting like a 6-to-1, like positive to negative. Wings 3.7 to 100, fantastic, good work. Wings making like 2K. Like I said, I'm gonna watch this in my own time. I'm not gonna make you guys watch an hour of Boogie watching his fight again and doing this the reaction thing again to it, where he'll probably just tell like a vastly different story again. Needs to go see Wings become a better man for Finster. Is Kyle and Finster hitting it off? I'm gonna say Finster. First time I saw it, I was like, fine looking, and then I realized it was a guy, and I'm like, fine looking. But Finster fooled me. Do you know what I'm gonna say? Finster fooled me when I saw him on the thumbnail. He's wearing like a bunny girl suit. He fooled me. I'm gonna say fooled me. Think so? Finster's a cute guy. Finster is a cute guy. Finster is a cute guy. It was nothing worth watching in the live stream. That's the thing. I'm gonna watch it just because I'm assuming he will contradict this reaction to the fight. He will contradict it with one of the stories he says. I'm sure. Didn't know Boogie was supposed to fight Airsoft Fatty. Yeah, apparently he was. That thing Wings said he was meant to fight Airsoft. So actually, that's the thing. Yeah, so Wings is the fourth. Wings is the fourth. I'll get the wee live stream here for you. There you go. Wings is the fourth person Boogie's meant to fight, because Boogie's making it seem like, there you go, that's the Boogie live stream, reacting live to your comments about my fight. Boogie was claiming, oh, me and Wings only had a couple weeks to get ready for this, and it's like Boogie's been getting ready for a fight against Sam Hyde since June last year, or May last year. Why did Ralph fight never happen? Ralph just didn't care. That's the thing, Ralph just didn't care. he accepted the challenge, and then Ralph just did what he usually did. He got drunk and got high on Xanax, and then he just forgot and didn't give a shit anymore. That's all that happened. Airsoft Fatty apparently failed the medical, and that's why he wasn't allowed it. Airsoft Fatty fighting would be incredible. Airsoft has been an absolute trash fire. I've heard this, and it's the only reason I'm tempted to watch Fish Tank, because Fish Tank's not really my bag. I'm not really interested in those kind of shows, especially because it's like constant. That would eat up too much of my time. I just can't. But I've heard he's been a fucking trash fire, so I might watch like a highlight reel of him being a trash fire on it. So that sounds like it should be fun. He lives in his own. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Ralph shouldn't really care about the Boogie thing. Like, him fighting Boogie would get him nothing. And also at the same time, that Ralph would never be allowed. It's like when Boogie said, no, it was Wings. Wings actually said he wants to fight EDP next, which is a joke I actually had made on the live stream. It's like, he should definitely fight EDP next. But Wings rightly says, EDP's a pedophile. No one is going to hire him. No one will pay a pedophile for a boxing match. Never going to happen. And it's like, yeah, he's true. Ralph's the same. Ralph is never going to get like paid. Like, I know Warsey did, but Warsey's not nearly as bad as Ralph. Ralph is never going to get paid to be in a promotion with KSI when every fucking because like KSI was there. There's a bunch of black boxers there. I think the four like corner guys were like black guys. Like Ralph's like just sits there and screams the N-word constantly. There's no way he'd be allowed in. What if EDP money went to charity? The EDP would have to agree to do it for free then, which EDP would obviously never do. Do you see Ralph's tweet about Boogie a while back? Loads of deranged. I didn't. I've seen a bunch of them. I'm not sure. There's been a whole bunch. When bro was set off the fireworks, that was just ridiculous. Set off the fire alarms. When did someone set off the fire alarms? I didn't see that. Oh, in Fish Tank. Yes, okay, I've heard about that. If Airsoft failed the medical, he's dreadful shit. But smokes. Yeah, apparently that's what Wing said. Wing said he failed the medical. Imagine EDP beats Wings and makes a redemption. That'd be awful. I want Wings to beat him up. I want Wings. Yeah, exactly, Johnny. Like, EDP and Ralph, they're too toxic to touch. No professional fighting company are going to hire them to show up. Never. Wings versus Ralph, then Cyrex, then DSP, then Christian. Well, we have to fight Cyrex has to be last, because he has to work down the fatness level. So Wings versus Ralph, yeah. Then he'd fight DSP next. And then Christian, and then Cyrex. He has to fight downwards in the fatness level. What if he beat Ashton Park? At least watching him fail can be entertaining. I haven't seen PvP since the flamenco stream, the flamenco meltdown, where they totally ruined themselves. Like, that was the last thing I saw, and I'd heard about it, and I only watched it recently because I was doing the flamenco video, and it was just as fucking cringe as I ever thought it was going to be. Like, I can't believe they did such a bad job. Like, such a bad job. Like, flamenco, like, I personally, I don't think he's a pedo. I think he's just a fucking idiot and a loser who just likes attention. But, like, it is... Admittedly, he hasn't helped himself recently. I think my opinion might be starting to slide on him. But it's like, he is so cringe. Like, but PvP couldn't even finish him. It's like, bro, how could you not finish someone as pathetic as Flamenco, who has lost every argument he's ever been part of? He is so bad at everything. He's lost every fucking argument he's ever had. Ralph the convicted felon, yeah, they'll sell tickets. Never mind the racial stuff. Needus diabetes? Felon. Boogie's apparently a felon too, remember? Wings wants to fight Tipster in H3. That'd be fun. Well, H3 I don't think would be fun, but because H3 would never work for Keemstar's promotion. But Tipster will be fun. Tipster could do his redemption arc. Anime question: you ever watch Reincarnated as a Spider? Just finished the first season, love it. I've heard of it. Mr. Medicare actually loves it. I remember him talking about the light novel over and over and over again, so I always told myself I'd watch it. But I've got so much. I've got so much already on my list that I want to clear my watching currently list before I actually get to picking up new stuff. And then it's probably going to be getting ready for the next season of anime, which is starting in, I think a couple of weeks. And I might try and do another anime thing. Lost Every Argument. Flat Earthers found the perfect opponent. That'd be great. Well, fuck, who knows? Flamenco might believe in a flat Earth. I have no idea. He actually believes that Shondo, like a girl who goes like ooh goo goo gaga when she's doing her fucking VTubing, he actually believes that's her real voice. Like, he is so gullible, he might actually believe the flat Earth. He might actually agree with their fucking opinion. Want to see Boogie versus Ray William Johnson? Oh, that'd be good. Ray William Johnson comes out and goes like, I made you, Francis. Now it's my turn to end you. And then he beats the shit out of him. It'd be fucking great. Want to see Boogie versus Dez's cousin? Oh, Skinny Pete. Oh no, Skinny Pete, he won't stand a chance. We need to get like Dez and Skinny Pete in a tag team match against Boogie. Oh god, fantastic. DSP would attract loads of attention. He actually got in the ring. He wouldn't, but imagine fanfare. I think if DSP got in the ring, it would attract more fanfare than either of these two. Because Boogie, I guess he's known. I guarantee if you go out into the street nowadays and talk to anyone under like age of 30, they will not know who Boogie is. I didn't watch him. I don't want to make it sound like I am representative of everyone, but Boogie always makes it sound like if you're on YouTube, you know who he was. It's like, I didn't watch him. I mainly knew Boogie through Rip Boogie 2988. That's the main way I knew Boogie. And Boogie's like, I'm the living meme. Weirdly, he doesn't talk about Rip Boogie 2988 as his longest enduring meme. He's always like, oh, every day people do the table flip gif. And I was like, no, they don't. Oh, every day people talk about where's my Mountain Dew. No, they don't. People say Rip Boogie 2988. That's it. Fuck off. have you been getting with Tipster? I heard he's part of the Catholic community now. Yeah, apparently. Well, the thing with Tipster. Tipster is very similar to Flamenco. Tipster is someone who just cannot handle the internet and gets upset a lot, especially on other people's behalf, especially e-thoughts online. Now, Flamenco does it for VTuber girls. Tipster does it for just e-thoughts. And it caused him just a lot of trouble because then he has to go out and defend McQueen, and then he looks stupid, and then everyone like shits all over him, and then there you go. That's the end of it. He then does a wee cry, say he's leaving the community, and then he goes and joins like Cathle's community or whatever because he is like, joining the League of Villains against the commentary community, which is similar to Flamenco. Like it's like Flamenco I think Flamenco had tried to jump ship to Cathle's as well during Takedown Kiwi Farms. Is it true he defended Lolly? What, Tipster? No. Well, okay. How the fuck to word this? Tipster, he was trying to defend a friend of his who had liked or retweeted some like art that was pretty clearly Lolly. He was trying to argue it's not actually Lolly. Because he was trying to defend his friend, because everyone was saying his friend's fucked up and he shouldn't deal with his friend because she's a weirdo. And he was trying to argue, well, it's not actually Lolly. The character's wearing clothes, even though it was like the skimpiest clothes imaginable. And he's like, well, it's not even Lolly. It's more chibi art style. It's like stylized. It's not Lolly though. And it was very clearly Lolly inspired. Especially because it turned out to be a boy. And he's like, see, it wasn't even a girl. It was a boy. And it's like, it still looked prepubescent, so it's Shota then. It's still bad. Vosh is a guy who defended Lolly hentai. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have heard him argue. He had argued something about age of consent, but it was like trying to do like a hypothetical. He was doing like a hypothetical, and he is seemingly, like I said, I don't watch the guy, but he seemingly was misquoted for it, and I remember him joking around as Shota, right? Yes, Shota is the male version of Lolly. But it was one of those awkward things because I think Fosh was like quoted out of context for that, but I don't know the rest of it, so I don't really know. If I'm being really honest with you, I don't really know. I don't really watch him too much. I've seen the table flip gif on using TikTok. I'm sure it's used occasionally, but it's not like oh my god, people whisper it in the dark of night every night whilst going to bed and tell their children, oh, one day there was a fat man, he flipped a table. I don't think it's as big as he thinks it is. Looking at White Bowser. Who is this White Bowser? I've seen I think Kiwi Tapes has been like talking about him recently. I haven't watched any of the videos. One or two of his chat may have heard of him. He's Cyrus about a hardcore anime fan whose consent is okay. content. I waiver consent. Oh, that's bad. I'll have to check him out. I've seen Kiwi tasted a few videos on him, but I haven't watched them or anything like that yet because I've just been kind of busy. Likes to hide behind hypotheticals. You can never call him out on his bullshit. Potentially true. Potentially, I don't watch him enough. All I know is I saw him argue with Flamenco a few times and like Rand and Ethan Ralph, and to put it bluntly, he took him apart. He took him apart. Like, I don't know his politics too well, and like I said, I don't really go into politics, so I don't care. But fuck me, like they were not prepared to debate with him. Like, you know, they were just not prepared to debate with him. What a weird dude. They're just cartoons. Oh god, that already implies what it's gonna be. The deviant, degenerate, funny times. I'll have to check him out. I'll have to check him out then. Yeah, that was the biggest problem with Flamenco, is that it's like, I remember, because I defended him, because like, because I was like, okay, I'm curious, because I'd watched a couple of his videos, back when he was like live streaming, Ralph. I'd watched a couple of his, like live streams, like his VODs and stuff like that, and I think I watched the Nux Taku thing, because I was always curious, what's the Nux Taku thing with, VShojo? It's a VTuber drama. If you guys don't know, it's nonsense, don't even look at it. So I decided to watch like his coverage of it, because he was one of the only people who did VTuber drama, and he also talked about Russia, and I was interested, so I watched a couple of his things, and I was like, okay, he's not bad. He's not the greatest in the world, but he covers stuff that I'm interested in, so, you know, whatever, I watched him a few times. And I remember then on Kiwi Farms, it was a big deal, and I remember people going nuts, being like, oh, he's pedo, he's total pedo. He's such an obvious pedo. And it's like, okay, Jesus Christ. So I went and I looked at the evidence people were sharing around on Kiwi Farms. Not like I read like the entire thing, because it's fucking massive. So I was like, whatever, I'm not going to read the entire thing. But I was reading through the most recent drama. And some of the recent evidence they were bringing up on Flamenco was like, he played like an anime song. Like some YouTuber had made like a parody anime song as his intro, and it was like, it mentioned what oh damn she fine, witchy 12 shit, something like that, and like, see, that's a coded message in his intro to say that he likes 12 years old, and it's like, oh, is this the evidence you have, bro? Come on, this is shit. I was like, are we really doing this? Oh crap, come on, god damn it. And I just stopped looking into it, because like the people who were like accusing Flamenco, I looked at his Kiwi Farms thread recently. They're literally the same people who are still on it, still saying the same stuff. Even though like Flamenco has barely done anything recently, they're still on it, still saying the same stuff. And I'm like, can you just like, you guys are just, you're just on the wrong side of too annoying for me to like really want to sit down and listen to your opinion. That's the biggest issue, because like I remember like I disagreed with them and I said like, this is not real evidence, and I was literally getting fucking DMs from them, like DMs. They were like fucking spamming my name in the fucking Kiwi Farms chat to try and get my attention, because I'd stopped responding to them because I was like, I don't care, this is stupid. They were literally, I could see my name in the fucking chat spamming, and I was like, you guys are nuts. You guys are fucking nuts. So I was just like, oh my god. I feel like I'm instantly just on Flamenco's side. I just, because of how crazy you guys are, I just think you're making this up because you just seem fucking nuts. What's Daddy05 doing nowadays? He's a wholesome family YouTuber. He was. I think he was great. I think he probably has more kids. He's Daddy017. Had another kid apparently. Jesus. I think, didn't like two of them get taken off him? Like the youngest one, like Cody, the wee ginger kid. He raps. Oh god, I love white guys rapping. They make me so happy. Irish, the king of Kiwi Farms, obviously the king of Kiwi Farms. I'm just like, I'm such a champion. Wings Trolls are saying that they can never forgive Wings because he's a pedo. Those past statements really make him a predator. Like I said, from what I've seen, it's like, from what I've seen, the age of consent thing looks like it was totally taken out of context. I've never seen the whole fucking stream, but I've seen a longer clip than the one they generally show, and it does seem to be taken out of context. You know, it's like the like people would always share, like I said earlier on, people would share around that clip of Boogie saying like, he's talking about seeing girls in costumes. He goes, one, can you stop being so hot and also 15? And he say something like that. And people would go like, "Oh my god, he's clearly a pedo." It's like, that was clearly a joke. Like, come on, that was clearly a fucking joke. Why is Billy the Fridge such a boogie dick rider? He wants to fight Wings now, saying the fight was rigged. Oh, cringe, so cringe, so great. He was like total dick riding boogie because he was meant to go to Magic 30 with him, and he was being like a total Like, is it still a dumb thing to say on stream, Brandon? Yes, 100%, 100%. But I think it was like a decade ago. That was back when it was the Wild West of the internet, as everyone called it. You know, so like I can forgive him a bit more for that. If he said it nowadays, you'd be like, oh, bro, come on. But like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, whenever it was dumb. Are you going to address a potato almost ending ALR? I will have to. I'll have to watch that video. No, I haven't seen it yet. It sounds fucking hilarious. The Kino Casino, when Flamenco was grilled about the group he was in, and Flamenco made his accusers look like, oh yeah, like they had nothing. Well, it's because they didn't seem to have anything. I watched it recently when I was getting ready to do the video, and it's like, for all of Flamenco's faults, because of how bad he did with most debates, they were terrible. Benjamin, have a good night, mate. Take care. They did terrible, and they honestly helped Flamenco so much because they looked so bad. They looked so bad because they had nothing. And all they had was he went, oh, you seemed very defensive. And he's like, yeah, you call me a pedo. Of course I'm being defensive. Oh, I'm just saying, I mean, why are you being so defensive if you're not one? And it's like, what? What sense does that even make? But with Billy the Fridge, he was like arguing with trolls on Boogie's behalf. Like, for days, literally days. Him and a guy called Barnacles, for days straight, they were arguing with fucking randos for criticizing Boogie about the begging video. For days, they would just keep arguments going. And it's like, what are you doing? And so, like, yeah, I don't know why they're full dick riding. I remember seeing, like, one thing from Billy the Fridge, apart from, like, apparently he did that thing where he fell over in a restaurant and pretended to have a seizure, and it was, like, the cringest shit ever. That I saw, like, he does, like, a podcast where it's just him sitting there with, like, an e-girl with blue hair, and it's just him. It's like the quietest. Like, if you watch on 2x speed, it still feels like it's going in slow motion. They just sit there and just mumble at each other. And it's just this, like, he's like a big fat guy. He's just sitting there eating food. And she's like, she looks pretty young. I have no idea. Probably like late 20s. And like, she's just sitting there with like blue hair. And it's just like, why is she here? What is it? What is the point of this? So I think maybe him and Boogie are just quite similar people. And that's why they get along. But yes, guys. It is just past 2 hours, and like I said, I do need to get going. I have some things to get done in the morning, so was a lot of fun. Was good hanging out with everyone, having a chat. You know, they tried too hard. It was weird. It looks like they're trying to catch them. Yeah, they were not prepared. They had no real evidence, and a lot of what they said was just fucking stupid. And then they were going back to like, oh well, fucking one of your Discord mods from like a couple years ago had shared a picture of a lolly character, and then people were trying to argue the definition of lolly because it was like Hollow from Spice and Wolf, who's like a 10,000-year-old fucking fox god who like kind of like changes appearance throughout the show. So at some point she looks really lolly, and some point she doesn't, and it's like this is dumb. The second anyone gets into like we'll provide an exact definition of lolly, it's like this argument has gotten really fucking stupid, and you just know it is just people trying to fuck each other over, and it's like, this is cringe. And I then just lose interest in it because it's not fun anymore as people argue. Either should have brought receipts or not have a debate with Flamenco. Exactly, Johnny. That was exactly it. They chose to have a debate with him when they clearly weren't prepared. Maybe they had more because they wanted to invite him on again afterwards because like, oh, we've now got all the information. And it's like, maybe you should have had it before you invited him on in the first place. You looked stupid. I had to show some love for the one time. Big lad, thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. I think I don't want to stop because I think the pipe bomb might happen. I think maybe. I have no idea. I think it might happen. I'm scared now because I have no idea when it's going to happen because it just happens suddenly. Saito Chesto, yes, exactly. Saito Chesto, I think should be coming, but like the delay is weird. I'm pretty sure the delay is caused because I'm using like an old version of OBS. Like it's an old ass version of OBS because it's the only one that works on Windows 7. So like that's why I'm pretty sure that's why my YouTube chat is like so staggered and so slow. It is purely because when I do a test when I'm not streaming, it works. Everything works fine and it's instant. But when I do it on live stream, everything's super slow, and 100% I think it is because my computer is a potato and is so. Wait, did you see Boogie said he's negative in income from the fight? Yeah, oh, yeah, Sleepy, he made that up. That's a total lie. He claimed he spent a lot of money on medicals, but I thought like the boxing company would do your medicals for you because they're the ones medically testing you and clearing you for their fight. I don't know why. Jesus fuck. So just fuck, it got me. I forgot about that because I got a roll. Windows 7. I know, Brandon, I literally have a potato PC. Fuck, side of chest. There you go, big lad. I hope you enjoyed it. Fuck, I forgot to put that. God, the chest is outstanding. That guy's a fucking beast. But yeah, no. And then Biggie claimed that he also spent a lot of money on his trainer. But then in his recent videos said, I didn't really do any training. What the fuck? That gift's still a thing? Yeah, of course it's sleep. Of course it's still a thing. I have other ones for other amounts, but we'll see them at some other point. I'm gonna like maybe mix them up and change them up every once in a while, just so it's not the same thing every single time. But I really like that one. I really like that one. So that's like my $1 one. It's like the lowest amount because I really like it so much. Wings Torture looks like your potato dude. Just need to get a wee kiwi nose going off it. Oh, God, what a champion he is. But yes, guys, sorry, we should actually end the stream here. This was a lot of fun. I really do hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I'll see you probably sometime next week, maybe next weekend, because I generally have weekends off now, which is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Generally have weekends off now, so it is a lot more than likely I'll be streaming at weekends now instead. But I'll try and set up. This was kind of a last minute thing, so I'll try and set up ahead of time. But yes, guys, that's going to be the stream. Have a good